It's live. My name is Chillmonger. I live in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. How about you?
Way down here in Columbus, Ohio. I didn't even put the ring light on. Man,
Yeah,
slipping.
big day
But yeah,
because at
no, Columbus, Ohio.
San Diego
One
Comic
half
Con,
back of the bus.
one half of the Back of the Bus
Guys.
podcast. At San Diego Comic Con, the greatest black character in history of fiction, T'Challa, the Black Panther,
What?
was kicked further down and will not be
Oh, there
utilized.
you
That's
go.
the decision that they made. And the big question on my part is, when is hashtag recast T'Challa finished up? We have a lot of things though. What's up, Groovy Feet? What's up, everybody? We've got a lot of things happening. I'm sorry, what the heck was that? We've got a lot of
Man, got
things here
booted.
that's happening.
Pam, what up?
What's up, Pam? What's up, everybody who's in the building right now? We've got a lot of things that now Marcus disappeared. What's going on? I think something's happening to our stream. I'm not sure who is in control of all of this, but for sure,
Yeah, I didn't do that.
technical difficulties here. But we're gonna talk about recast T'Challa for sure. We're gonna cover that.
Bust down, Pantheon. Sorry, I had to get it out. Go ahead and
No,
continue.
absolutely, you got to do it.
Discount Panther.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, why the hell does that keep on happening? It's a tradition over here.
Is somebody else in here? Are we getting hacked?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure
Kevin
what's
Davis,
going on.
is that you?
Iconics in the building. Who the hell is over here making our stream? Yeah, it's Kevin Davis, right? We're trying to just have a
Kevin
simple
Davis.
Toussaint is T'Challa. Everyone remember that boy that we had at one time? Growing all up. David Johnson's going to play him. They just announced at Comic-Con. And don't listen to any noise that you're about to hear from these bozos because Toussaint's here. Why? Because that's what Chad would have wanted. Guys want to misrepresent him. That man was the gatekeeper. He did not want T'Challa to continue. He did want this. Best possible scenario. The greatest black character in history of fiction? Yeah, he was great. You know what he wasn't, though? Immortal. And that's why Toussaint is going to pick it up. And that's much more better for the next few years. Go Toussaint. What the hell was that? Huh?
You didn't do that?
I have no idea what happened to our stream right now and whoever that person was, but recast T'Challa 1? No, T'Challa's not. No, T'Challa's not back. Toussaint is, and we'll get to that. We'll get to Wonder Man. We'll get to Children of Blood and Bone. What? Wonder Man, great black superhero. He's Haitian.
But Marcus, Wonder Man was the shit. It charted. It got season 2. Aha, Marcus. Oh my god. Ugh. Yeah, now come over here and sit with me. Come sit in disappointed land with me. Come sit right next to me.
I guess we're starting with Wonder Man. The season 2 announced series of Wonder Man has been canceled, and Yahya Abdul-Mateen took to Instagram to give a big long blurb about his feelings and everything else. I didn't read it. I just saw that it was canceled, and I said, you know why?
It was brief. It was, hey, that's life. I had fun while we were doing it. Thanks for watching, pretty much. And I feel for Yahya because I keep thinking about his quote that he gave, right? About doing Wonder Man. He's like, man, you only get that one Marvel dollar. You get that one Marvel dollar. And I wanted to make sure I spent it right. I want to make sure I spent it on the character. And so
on a white superhero?
Damn.
That's what I got to hold out. Now I get to popularize a Caucasian character and get to use my skin tone to make other people feel represented for the short term. It's not even going to last that long. And there I go. I've done it.
In his defense, the only reason, well, not the only reason, because I knew of him as an actor prior to this.
I walk alone.
One of the only reasons why his name was so prevalent when people was talking about T'Challa or, Blue Marvel, any of these up and coming black characters that we were looking for was because of Watchmen. Watchmen was exceedingly successful. It was a great show, and that was really that was his coming out party. So he played a white hero, kind of a white-ish hero. I guess Dr. Manhattan's not really a human anymore.
It's unnatural.
I'm just telling you.
Belong to me. I belong to you. Johnny, gee, I wonder what Monica Rambeau is doing these days. Nothing. She's just another universe.
I was about to say, Monica allegedly is going to be ill in Doomsday. She gonna have a sickness. Man, this is a ritual of some sort. I'm so sure of it at this point. Like, this is just like a humiliation ritual that is happening to us in real time.
Don't worry, we got Blade coming. Blade movie coming.
No, fuck no. Hell no, Blade ain't coming. It's like, oh, y'all out here asking for shit. I'm gonna show you what we do when you ask for shit. We gonna cancel everything. Everything's canceled. On. Armor Wars is fucking canceled. Blade is canceled. We go let you have Wonder Man. Psych, that shit canceled too. You thought Monica was down with the X-Men? Fuck, get out of here. No, hell no, canceled.
At least Ironheart was a role model. No.
You thought she was getting Ironheart season 2? Ha! You better hope she pop up in Kamala Khan. You better hope she pop up in Miss Marvel. Yeah, no, they taking a hatchet to everything right now, bro. And it's like, okay, you know, again, you probably have caught the clips from the podcast this weekend. It was a legendary one. I think we hit our streaming, our running number record for that stream. So I appreciate you if you caught us on Sunday. But yeah, I said it there, man. It's like I'm coming to the realization that like I was never invited to this party. And it's so clear. It's so evident now. Like you kind of you go through the 20 years of the MCU that we had before, and you carve out your part of it, and you think that, you know, I'm here too. Yeah, like we parted a party. No, Nick, no, hell no. No. We not part of the party for real. When it's time for them, check time, we not part of them.
You got the Sam Wilson thing for a little bit, and now he you know, he had a movie. He called himself Cap, and now Cap is back.
And yeah, I was about to say he's getting cut in Doomsday. So there's no way around that. When Steve's on the stage, you can keep calling Captain America. I'm sure they will in Doomsday, but I think everyone will know once they see Steve on the screen.
They're also going to be calling Toussaint T'Challa. It doesn't make him that.
Planet Fanatics, what up, Darius? Now remember, the rumor has that Armor Wars was being reworked as an Iron Man project. Yeah, so canceled. So the original concept featuring the black character canceled, and we're gonna put the white guy, back in his place and let him lead the Armor Wars series. Because of course, right?
Bizarre. We're gonna open the phone lines, everyone, in a minute. I just want to make sure that everything throughout the week that wasn't San Diego Comic-Con recast T'Challa that we're gonna touch on. We have to do Children of the Blood and Bone book. There's been an update, and you know, again, it sucks to have updates like this one, but it's also nice when there's updates like the trailer and stuff. So, do you want to just play the trailer? It's important. It's a significant trailer.
We're gonna start on Blood and Bone.
We kind of started already. Still, we're like 8 minutes.
I mean, to actually talk through a topic, we kind of been bouncing around. But
sure. Yeah, unless you want to like cut over to Nicki Marina's TikTok to see if she addressed the Shuri thing.
She ain't talking about this, bruh. Not talking about this because she's really conflicted. Because like she's getting what she want in terms of T'Challa not being recasted, but then also she talked all that shit about Shuri needing to be Black Panther and being her turn and blah 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 blah. So right now the ideas are running. They're running up against each other. I think she's just gonna be quiet on that one.
I hope you guys know who we're talking about when we say Nicki Marina. She's a content creator. She is compromised. She is Access Media.
She is compromised. Yeah, she's an asset. She's a Disney asset.
She's an asset. So while she went really hard when the month before Wakanda Forever, there's an infamous video that both Marcus and I have done videos looking at, like, why is she making these? She was making a strong case of why you can't be mad at the woman, and T'Challa's gonna be replaced. Somebody died, everybody. Somebody died. Like that kind of emotional argument she was making. And okay, here, Shuri's being replaced. It's gonna be the T'Child grown up. Like, where's your video? What happened? What happened to the dark-skinned black woman specifically? Remember that? It's, oh my god. I like inside here, right here.
No, there's a lot of them. There was a lot of those.
I want to explode on the. We love Shuri, and you guys just hate women.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are all of
there's
every
so
single one of
many
you
of
right
them,
now?
bro.
Can you come out and be anti-T'Child right now? It'd be great because
so
you were
many.
using.
There were so many of the anti-recast faction that was purely, oh, y'all doing this because you don't want a woman in the spot, okay, right?
Neither does Cooler.
You know what I'm saying? And so like now it's interesting to look at it and be like, okay, so what now? Now that she got one lackluster movie,
I'm waiting.
She's gonna get pushed aside now. Where we huh?
Why is the only loud ones the FBA? Why is the only loud ones right now the MAGA? Oh, this guy, he played a gay character. David Johnson. Where's the girl power? Please, I need you right now.
I tried to delete that out of my critique of it because I didn't watch the industry, and I'm not going to. So I don't want that to poison the well at all. I didn't even count his acting ability in the critique of it at all. It is purely the decision. We're not talking about Black Panther right now. We're supposed to be doing Children of Blood and Bone.
Yeah, but since we opened this, respect to David Johnson's talent, this has nothing to do with him. You said it in your videos, and your stream on Monday. Here we are, Children of the Blood and the Bone. Hey, the next Black Panther, but this is Black owned. Except the Black owner isn't really too fond of this. Why can't we win? What's going on in the world today? Black Law, what's up? I'm sure you'll be phoning us in when we open the phone lines and we put our StreamYard link invitation to this stream. Let's go. Children, Blood, Bone. You know, I have not actually seen this beginning to end. I've seen little snippets and stuff, but I saved myself for you.
What?
Let's play the trailer.
Big energy. All this good energy got you all in your feelings. Big energy.
What was that? The pre-trailer trailer.
Got the Beyonce tick. Oh man, that was expensive.
You must not be afraid.
I like the music.
Orisha was once a land where magic flowed through our people. You were born with a gift greater than you know. But those who feared our power took it away from us. I know you miss her. Your powers may be gone, but that does not change who you are. Magic.
Big cat.
Is a festering disease. Purge it! Heed my words. You are the future king. What if that is not the kind of king I want to be?
Good voice.
For years I have trained you. Because I believe you are the one. You can bring magic back.
Hold up, wait. Look around, everybody on you.
That is Beyonce.
Hold up, wait.
Yeah, told you.
Around, it's me and Michael.
They got Beyonce clearance. Oh, they paid. This budget high.
All this good energy got you all in your feelings. Big energy. Hold up.
They are looking to you to lead them.
All this good energy got you all in your feelings. Big energy.
She has the ability to annihilate us all.
Big energy.
You have unraveled me.
Big energy.
Oh yeah.
No mercy! You must strike!
That look good. For what, half second?
We believe the gods abandoned us.
Oh, my child. They were waiting for you.
The trailer's too long. But they definitely gave you the plot.
Yeah, they gave you a lot of it.
The plot.
Hold up.
So, at first look, when I first watched it, I was really into trying to see how the fight scenes were looking, how practical a lot of this was going. It seems like we're going to be heavily CGI and a lot of stuff, which is not inherently bad. A lot of this didn't look bad. I also thought the characterizations, from what I know about the characters outside of, Amanda Steinberg, it was pretty accurate. Everybody looked, pretty good. Prince Anand with Damson looked good. Yeah, for the most part, it was a pretty solid trailer. If I had anything to say about it, it was the fact that they did put so much of the plot in it. and whether or not what they showed us in the trailer is the best they have action wise. I think if those were, throwaway scenes, we didn't really get the best action or the most awing scenes in the trailer, and they still got stuff in the tuck, then this was an accurate amount to show. It would be a little bit of a downer to go in there and see that we saw all the exciting parts in the trailer, because they did give us, like you said, a lot of what the actual movie is about, which is, see here or there. It could be good or bad, but those would be my only things that I had to criticize about it. After that, other side of that, the costumes look good. I'm decently got 2 thumbs up. I'm ready to see it.
It's a full-length feature film. Its CGI budget is there. They did the thing in the trailer where they put a cast member's name on it, and then they do another one because they're trying to show you just how rich in casting they are. Regina King, with Idris. So yeah, it's I kind of expected that part, but damn, 2 minutes and 45 seconds is a lot. That's leaning on Fast and Furious with their trailers, but still, for the new people, if you hadn't known, you have a lot of reasons to start liking this book franchise. Maybe buy the book and give Tomi IDM your money. And yes, Dwayne, I did see her video. You gotta support this thing. This is it, because it's not Black Panther. This is it. There's gonna be 3 movies. If all 3 movies perform well, you will get 3 movies. The books performed well. It's proven. All you got is like a little bit.
It's still like a little bug in the back of my mind. Like, what is it about this that was so like unsupportable for her? And I haven't seen it in the trailers yet. I haven't seen it in the first teaser that we saw. And I guess maybe something where it could be is, somebody even mentioned it in the chat, like, who's the target audience? Like, what age group did they fall on in terms of what level of violence are they going to show? I ain't seen no blood. It didn't look like anybody was actually getting decapitated or impaled or anything like that. So when you're in that young adult mode, you kind of like, you a swing hitter. You could go a little bit more serious and a little bit harsher tone, harsher consequences, blood and such, or you could be just a notch below and play towards your more teen audience and not really push the blood, guts, or extensive violence. Maybe that was part of the damper. In fact, I don't know.
It's a good guess.
Right now, we're just kind of grasping for the straws. Yeah, we're just grasping the straws until we
she
actually
did say
see
she was hyperventilating, and you won't do that unless like some traumatic thing happens.
Yeah,
right?
I'm like, what could it possibly have been? And I mean, it doesn't, since she's not naming specific people other than the person that she named on her social media. Like, this could be some execs that had some choice opinions or something like this. This could be some Paramount higher ups. Like, I'm not putting that past it. It doesn't necessarily have to be Gina Blythewood, but there's something there. And I just wonder, when are we going to see it? Like,
let's listen.
Maybe we won't. So ideally, I won't have to talk about this. And to share is not a secret to the people involved. It's a reality that I've had to live with for about 1.5 years. And everyone involved, at least at the highest level, has been made aware of this reality, and they haven't done anything to make it better.
So everyone at the highest level knew about this, but they haven't done anything to make it better. If I'm going off of that, I understand that they're big movie studios, so much rides on this. Whatever the incident was, they know that by not touching it or adding fuel to the fire, you don't allow it to, whatever the situation is. We really don't know. She could have been food poisoned. She could have been physically assaulted. We really don't know what it is, but they know, and keep this on the down low. And if we don't have to address it, it won't bring bad press to our movie or whatever her situation is.
She also said something about this being the worst part of her life or something. I'm like, damn, your book, look, your creation makes it into a major film studio and is going to be produced with all these high level Black actors, and you're saying this was the worst thing that ever happened to you in your life? Like, what? I really wish she could.
It's got to be that she put her heart into something, which she did, and it's not coming to fruition. That's got to be the worst thing that's hit her life. But just, I can understand from a studio perspective of why you kind of bring the volume a little bit down on a situation like this, just for the millions that you've got invested in it, right? They tried the same with Ezra. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, to be clear, I'm going to see the movie, but I guess it's hard not to go into it looking for something to be wrong because of all of this. And so that's why I'm taking in all of the positive with the trailers and stuff like that, because I'm trying to figure out what the hell this shit is. Like we're in this. I do. Well, maybe not.
No, we'll never know.
Maybe
She
we'll
signed the
never know
NDA,
if
and the way she
it's
talks
positive,
around it,
if it goes good.
she signed the NDA. The way she talks around it in
I
this
think
whole
if
video,
it goes positively.
Okay, let's play it.
If anything, they've only antagonized me, and I accept that. But I also accept if I don't say something, I think it's just going to be worse. I'm not going to speak on what I endured to make it through the young adult trilogy, and I'm not going to speak about everything that I also suffered through or endured to make the adaptation a reality.
Okay, I'm not going to speak on what I endured to make the book, and I'm not going to speak on what I endured to make the movie, is what she said. Whatever she was going through, or maybe there are two different things that she was going through, but she had something that she went through during book era, and then she had it during movie era. Is that like, well, I was mad at my publishers, and then now for the book, for the movie, I'm mad at the studio? Is that what it is? She always has someone that she's that's above her that she's mad at? Huh? She said she was going to explain, but didn't tell nothing. Yeah, you're right.
As easily, yeah, no, for sure, she didn't explain shit, but she's under NDA, so I don't even really know why the video was needed. But in any case, is as easily as we can say, like, all right, well, is this your issue that you're creating everywhere you go? It could also just be a pattern of her, being taken advantage of, or not being heard when they get the opportunity to work with her or whatever. Like, we don't know, because nothing's actually been said. The only thing that we can say definitively is that I've seen people try to say, like, oh, well, she was out in front and she was defending the Amanda Steinberg casting. Fam, if it couldn't say nothing else about this project, but made sure she said to show y'all that she is no longer talking to that woman, I think maybe, just maybe, at that point, she was probably like playing the game. She was doing her part in the production. She was trying to make some sort of mea culpa. Because I think coming out and showing a text that says to somebody, don't ever text or call me or speak about me again, speaks a little bit louder than, oh no, I'm behind the studio's casting of this character. Like, at least to me. So that's the only thing we know for sure. Everything else is speculation at this point. And I don't think speculation is going to keep me from seeing the movie. It's definitely not. So we just got to see whatever. I think if it fails, if there's a flop, then naturally people will start talking and we'll at least get the rumors of what happened. But if it goes successfully, like you said, she'll get paid, obviously, and they'll move on to have somebody else write the other movies.
I'm actually only going to speak about what happened after I left that set of my own film adaptation, hyperventilating and sobbing. And there are many witnesses, so it's not really a secret.
Cool, I believe you.
I came back to America and suffered such severe somatic pain and so many panic attacks. And I knew it was so bad.
All right. You sound like someone who's susceptible to panic attacks, who experiences them so often that I worry. I worry for her health, for one.
She didn't say that, though. She had a history of it.
It sounded like she had a history of it. So I worry for your health. I said, yo, listen, artistic, creative people, Kanye West, they turn out to be the guns who are, I say this respectfully, but you got, I don't even got to finish a sentence. I know you know where I'm going with it, right? Like, yeah. So like, sure, you get your panic attacks and everything, and that's what you can speak on. You can speak on your experiences. You can't tell us why you're getting this, but I do sympathetically feel for you because you had a hard time, Tomi Adeyemi, and I want what's best for you in life, for sure. I just need to know what happened. I don't need to know, but I'd like to know what exactly happened to know whether or not am I giving money to garbage, because so far I see excellence, and I'm going to buy that movie ticket, and I'll probably see it multiple times with different friend groups. I mean, that's my plan. You?
Yeah, no, I'm going to see the movie, and I understand why she can't give details, but without them, like you said, I don't know if I'm supporting garbage without seeing it. If you're not going to tell me what happened, You know what I mean? If I can't get specifics, then I have to go see it for myself. So
that I would never, ever be able to watch this film, and I made peace with that. But as it is being marketed, and as I am still being antagonized behind the scenes, which is where I hoped all of this would stay.
It was behind the scenes until you showed us that you blocked
until you said something. So that's kind of like, all right, you wanted it to stay quiet, but you the one that blew the whistle though. Like none of this was known. we was like, where's the Blood and Bone trailer? We wasn't talking about this. So yeah, she's wrong on that one.
It's become apparent to me that reality needs to at least be made known so that you guys can understand how this film, which I worked on to make it a little better for us to be alive, is also the worst thing I have ever had to live through. And I don't wish to speak on it anymore. I don't know if that's possible. I understand that I have a public presence and that this is a global project. It's probably useless posting a video. I really don't know. I don't do things like this. But I also understand that being silent about it is making the pain a lot worse. And even though it feels awful to share this, it's better to share it and have it known and understood before I see a bunch of you for this new book. Please understand.
Okay, no, hold on. If sharing it helps you, then you're doing the right thing. If this, even as vague as it is, and like getting the outlet out helps, then tell me you're doing the right thing for you, and that's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna say help who? It's not helping your supposed fans decide whether or not they want to continue to support the project, and that to me would be the main reason you would come out and say something. Otherwise, it's totally self-serving, and you being able to come out and say what little you can say about it, knowing that the studio's not going to take the same opportunity because they're trying to sell a movie.
Hey, so Dragonfly Jones just dropped. I don't know what happened. That we were thinking that you were we were waiting on your comment, Dragonfly Jones. It was remember we were like, oh, when we stream, it'll be Dragonfly. He'll come through. Damn, nobody knows. Shit, if you Dragonfly doesn't know.
We need to catch up on the stream. We talking about Tony Adeyemi and Children of the Blood and Bone and her.
I want to know so badly because I like to know the tea. But also maybe some things that you reveal or expose, maybe like it's shameful on you, like whatever she went through, whatever happened in that film on set, after set, a night out. It was a drinking. One thing led to another, and
do you think it's something like that? Do you think like
I don't know.
It's an assault type of thing?
I don't know.
That would be sick. But like again, but why wouldn't she be able to talk about that? I don't think it's anything criminal, because they couldn't stop you from talking about a crime that happened against you. Even like I don't think they could, if a crime happened, if she's alleging something like that, I don't think they could stop you from saying that. But I think she should just go full Bo DeMaio and just hook up her OnlyFans and do a tell-all.
And I never want to hear about this project again. I don't have anything to say about the people who made it.
Damn.
I do not care anymore. I'm trying to move on. This video might make it worse, but I don't know how it could be any worse. So I'm just going to share that and let it live.
It could be worse. Tell me.
She said, but that was pretty direct to everybody, like the people who made it. That could be taken as everybody from Gina Blythewood down to every actor, Tosin Cole. Yeah. So like, it's a lot, man. That's a lot.
She should have done what Amanda Stenberg did when she's passionate about something. A music video.
Hey, she gonna put out a diss record to Tommy. She gonna diss Tommy.
It's got to be a funding issue. Oh, that's a good theory right there. That maybe in the fine print and if you read, says she doesn't get paid. That percentage is actually a decimal point to the left, and actually it's less.
Or maybe it was actual funding to the production. Maybe she felt like she could have gotten more out of Paramount for what she needed, made things look even better.
But then she didn't. Then I would have, if that was the case, I would have said something like, "It's got nothing to do with the actors," or something like that.
Yeah. It's weird that she's not separating anybody from the criticism. She's not like, well, I have no problem with this person. I love this person. It's just kind of like, hey, I don't care about nobody who made this film. And it's like, oh well.
It's the people, especially up top. Tony Robinson with the love for Tommy Adeyemi. Tony and Tommy.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is for sure.
Children of Bars and Flows. But that is the Children of Blood and Bone update. I still recommend that you guys read the books. There's 3 of them. I recommend you support this, retweet it, let a friend know, talk about it, word of mouth. The cast is there. Every reason to succeed. The music. So that was Beyonce. It wasn't just Thames and
hey,
Boy.
man, this shit expensive, dog. They paid for something. They paid for.
Oh, we don't know if Beyonce didn't do it for free now.
She definitely didn't do it for free.
Did you just get up on here on Beyonce's internet and accuse her of being a capitalist for the cause?
Absolutely.
You think Rihanna got paid to sing about Chadwick Boseman's death?
Yes. Rihanna, the billionaire, the self-made billionaire? Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Maybe she did.
100,000%.
She got 3 kids or 4 kids?
Because ASAP been working, boy. He ain't been putting in. He be like, you ain't going nowhere ever. It's me and you forever, baby. I think they're on 3. I believe they're on 3.
You know, she told ASAP in bed. She said, "Lift me up."
Sheesh.
I think we got a super chat that came in. I think we got a super chat that came right in.
Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
This week was the most hear black people down. Quasimodo. That's
hear
right.
black people down. Yeah, we're gonna dig into everything Black Panther 3. We definitely appreciate the $1.99, brother. But yeah, I that one. Whew, so much to say. Yeah, definitely a hear black people down type of week.
It's not that bad. Don't worry. There's some
It's
positive
not bad.
stories.
It's that bad.
No, it's not. It's not that bad at all. We got we got some good positivity. Okay, I mean it. I'm not making it up. I'm just like,
the Lanterns trailer was amazing.
I'm not even talking about temporary.
Don't disrespect.
What I'm talking about is at DC's Comic-Con presentation, they said a static comic book is coming, Cody Ziegler. They said a Vixen comic book is coming, Stephanie Williams. And then John Steele with Morgan Hampton. Whatever. Steele. All right, cool. I'll buy it. I'll get it. Marquise Draper's probably editing it, but you got 3 black comic books coming out of DC. All ongoing. So pre-order these things when it's available and don't let these things get canceled because there was a lot of noise. And how embarrassing would it be if all the noise doesn't result in a successful comic book? At least one of them, please. At least one of them being successful. Go listen to Stephanie Williams' interview on Black Comic Lords about how Vixen will be successful and how much elbow grease she's putting into it.
The minute that I saw that those books were announced, my first thought was, and that's what I ended up tweeting, go pre-order them. Go pre-order them as soon as there's a date, because did they have dates? I don't think they didn't have dates.
They got
as
logos.
Soon as there's a date available, go pre-order the damn books. Like we all know what it is now. I think if anybody who's still buying these things gets how the math goes, so pre-order them. Okay, let's make sure the books stay on. Now that it was a very much all right here, black people, shit, right? So then let's make sure that they actually make the money that they want to keep doing that. You know.
AJ said I pre-ordered them today, so I'll take your word for it. I guess they're available for pre-order. Next time I'm at the shop, I'll let them know. They already know. You know, sometimes your shop already knows the clientele. So what I'm gonna do though is also like go to different shops and be like, yo, look, make sure that there's enough on the shelf right now. Make sure there's enough on the shelf. If they're still on the shelf, I'm gonna come pick them up. I'll buy them. Don't worry. Don't try to risk it. It was right. Wonder Man was canceled. I almost on top of. Oh, we don't want that, Jay. We need you every week. Don't laugh at Jay.
Woo! No, I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing.
You stay on the bridge.
Main. Simon, you thought Simon Williams was.
Can I get back on this pre-order tips? Okay.
Wait.
Tell your shops, listen, you can put extra issues of Vixen on the shelf. Don't worry. We will pick up Vixen or Static also. We'll pick these things up, even if they don't sell, even if you think, do I get this many? Do I get that many? Last time there was only 4 customers who ordered the Static, so maybe I'll order 4. Tell them, no, order 5. Put 1 extra on the shelf. I'll make sure to pick it up in a month if it's still there by issue 2. Assure them that. Therefore, we won't get like sold out comic books, which just means that they under-ordered comic books. Don't celebrate sellouts. If we have this comic book get sold out, it's the second printing, chill the fuck out. Remember that a sold out comic is an under-ordered comic. Don't celebrate it. Realize that the milestone fan base, if for Static, the milestone fan base is not a pre-ordering fan base. And that is dangerous for the health of milestone characters. Chillmonger's over.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the books. Shout out to Static. Definitely
What about
excited for
the
Static.
Warner-
Static's on 2 books now, right?
Static got 1 book now. That's
What
ongoing.
was he? He was already on the. Was he on the Teen Titans book?
Yeah, New Titans. You're right.
New Titans. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Okay. Warner Brothers and Paramount. Go. I really don't care about this one. Go ahead. Take it away, Marcus.
You don't care? Hold on. This is good news.
Why would I care?
It's good news. Why would you care?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. Let me lay out the land first, and then tell me that you don't care. Okay. So now we all know what the lay of the land is, right? Like Trump and the Israeli regime wanted the Ellisons to go ahead and acquire Warner Brothers for, mass media propaganda, Hezbollah, purposes. Cool. So that was the idea behind it. And they extended all of not just David Ellison's, buying power from Paramount, but his father's backing, and also some Gulf Arab money in there as well. So like we really dug deep to come up with this $110 billion. But on top of that, so that they could wrestle it away from Netflix, they put in all of these crazy stipulations into the contract that would kind of make it like almost to be like financial what do they call it? Like mismanagement of the stakeholders' funds if Zaslav would have turned it down. So he basically forced them into making the deal by going so crazy with some of these stipulations they were giving up.
Because David Zaslav, who owns Warner, who was the CEO of Warner Brothers at the time,
right?
Because it's his job description to do what's best for the shareholders and for the company.
Exactly.
So when that much money is being offered, it would be criminal if you didn't do the business dealings and accepts. Okay.
Bet. So now they made the deal. Boom, $110 billion. What are the stipulations, you ask? Well, one of the stipulations
is that Palestine?
If this, well, no, of course not. But it's as painful to them and to their wallets. So they end up having to pay each shareholder, I think it's something like $6 million a quarter. Is it a quarter? Yeah, $6 million a quarter. No, a day. It's a day. They gotta pay them $6 million a day. They also have a buyout fee if it doesn't go through at all. So if they just decide not to go, that's $9 billion. Then, if the deal isn't closed by next June 4th, 2027, Zaslav himself can say, okay, no, I don't want to do this anymore. They have to pay him $7 billion on top of all the money that they've been paying the shareholders.
Like a cancellation fee.
All of this matters because one of those mini lawsuits that got launched against this thing in the last couple of weeks actually made its way to a temporary restraining order phase, which basically paused the sale, right? Paramount knew that they were going to lose that case and basically conceded to pausing the sale for a year. So now they got this short little window where we could either work this shit out in court, get the deal finalized, save $16 billion and actually acquire it, or we could pour millions upon millions of dollars into it, still end up paying the billions, and not get it at all. And this is all coming at a time that his father's wealth is taking a hit too with Oracle.
Oh, poor them and their wealth that they just got to hit a button on a computer to get more of.
Yeah, no, fuck them, whatever. But this shit might not happen though, because it's starting not to make financial sense, right? They had the cash to do it. Now, not really. The longer this goes on, the less likely they are to actually get this shit through. They're probably going to have to pull the parachute and get out of here. We may end up getting what we want, because it's also looking better for Zaslav and Warner Brothers to just take the money and go back to work. You can come out of this thing $16 billion richer, and you get to keep your company.
Oh, cool.
He looks like a genius.
Oh, I hope the good guys win. I hope the less bad guys win
in this situation. Yeah, I was say there's no good guys in this situation, but the most favorable outcome for us is that this shit doesn't happen at all, and they go fuck off and buy Lionsgate or something like that, or Universal, and leave Warner Brothers to exist as its own entity, because that's how it should be.
Okay.
And then thousands of people don't get laid off and lose their jobs, and we still get to have some sort of figment of competition in Hollywood. We can still pretend that there's actual competition, and things will be the way that they're supposed to be, relatively.
I used to think Daniel Bryan was going to win the Royal Rumble in 2015, and then he didn't. And that's what it feels like.
What don't you agree with, Saoirse? What part of it? The fact that they may pull out? I mean, they can keep throwing money into the money pit. That doesn't mean that they're going to win the lawsuits. Like, you can keep paying these people all you want, but you're going to get to a certain point where you have paid them more than what the original buying price of the studio was. Theoretically, the longer this goes on, the more money they're going to throw into it.
Maybe I don't agree with it means he's a T'Challa acceptor who just wants to say I don't agree with Toussaint being cast as T'Challa, but doesn't want to say he rejects the T'Challa that replacement that they got now.
Are losing major money because of
or
the
you
way
can talk
that
over
they're
me.
operating. My bad. I was reading the comment. My bad.
All right.
Say it again.
You want to answer his comment? Yeah, go ahead.
That's also what I'm hearing. Like, it's not just the Warner Brothers deal. It's also like Paramount came into this thing with a mountain of debt.
Oh yeah.
Like, there were so many reasons why this shouldn't have happened in the first place, but we all know why it happened, because they're all part of the corporate elite Ku Klux Klan up there, and they all decided that they were going to, on top of CBS, just acquire mass media giants to preach their doctrine. Because I keep telling y'all, conservatism is not popular, and if it was, then the little satellites that they have that they set up for themselves would be more popular. They wouldn't need to acquire other people's shit.
Cool. Can we get to Black Panther, please? Can I put the link in the chat for people to come in here?
Y'all. It's important. Chi-Town, you need to care. You need to care. Violates the Clayton Act, absolutely. Too much power in one place. No one
branch should have too much power. The lag is terrible right now with us, but we're making it work. In the chat, you have access to the StreamYard software that we use to stream. Please don't swear. Please don't say anything too crazy. Please don't be disrespectful to me. I want to hear what you got to say about this Black Panther 3 stuff, and I don't know, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Don't stay on for too long, but you definitely can voice what you have to say about this T'Challa stuff. Marcus, too raw. I have a question. It's a big question. It's pretty large and in charge. Recast T'Challa, the campaign. There's a question that I need you to answer it vocally right now, and I want chat to answer it too. Is recast T'Challa over? Is it finished? Is it complete? Has it ended with the recast? Or the casting that is satisfactory? Is David Johnson, he's playing an old up version of Toussaint. Is hashtag recast T'Challa over?
Yeah. I personally have just resigned myself to hate. right? Like I've given in.
That's why you start with
impulses. Yeah, I've given in to the dark impulses. The voices in my head, you know, they're telling me things, and I'm listening to them. I get it, and I do still support the idea in the campaign of recast T'Challa. I've reached a point though where we've run head on with arrogance, and so I don't think arrogance should be heeded by counsel anymore. You try to counsel people out of bad decisions, and once they full blown walk into it, you know, full throated, then you know I got to take a stance, and my stance is hate at this point. So I will say every bad thing about this movie that is possible to say without you know disrespecting David or you know anybody, any of the other actors. You know, it doesn't. I don't even have to say homeboy's name. I think he's too short, and I think he's a little bit old to age up a presumed like 6-year-old, but he's a terrific actor. So it's no disrespect to him. It's just a bad pick. It's just a bad pick. So
I don't give a damn who they picked. They could have picked Gary Coleman. Like, it doesn't matter. That's not
no. I mean, not in that they picked it was to go with Toussaint. To go with Toussaint. I mean, I probably would still had some issues with his size.
But did you have an ideal Toussaint?
He's very small. He's like he is him and Letitia Wright. You got to look at certain things. Sometimes people only pay attention to like hairline or where your head is at. You got to see where their shoulders are at, where their belt lines are, right? Like they matched belt lines when they hugged on that stage. Her shoulders was like either right there or just above his. I'm like, even if she has heels on, Letitia Wright is like 5'3", 5'4".
Well, look, let me give you some good news because recast T'Challa is not over. They've got a long time until this movie comes out in December of 2028. If they want to course correct, all they ever said was Toussaint is going to be in this movie as coming of age. It doesn't mean T'Challa won't also be in this movie. We've got Secret Wars that hasn't even been filmed yet. There are opportunities out there. I want to tell you, imagine this was 2022. They're not going to recast T'Challa. They just had Shuri on stage. It's Letitia Wright is going to be the lead of the movie. What are you guys talking about? It's too late. It's too late to recast T'Challa. Now imagine that. Here we are all these years later, and they hot potatoed Shuri, and they've got another guy.
Sure did.
I can't give up. I can't quit. This is a racial equality advocacy that I am on right here. It is for the greatest Black character that exists, the most impactful one, to resume. I'm not gonna go, things are looking bleak now. Look, they already got the kid there, and now he's older. That's it. No. How about Toussaint's in this movie, and there's a T'Challa in this movie? We still have some time to make some noise. I'm gonna continue referring to him as Toussaint and grow that. Which I was watching Jessica Clemens on New Rockstars. That's a popular 2 million subscriber channel, and she's referring to the kid as Toussaint, and I'm like, hey, this didn't used to happen before the let's reject the child stuff has been going hard and heavy. I'm making a difference with my content. Shorts specifically. Shorts are amazing. Shorts, and I know that I'm participating in with all of you recast T'Challa trending days. Everyone who participates and makes a trend every time we choose to. I know that it's working. It may not be perfect because T'Challa hasn't been recast yet, but I know that the action is hitting, it's landing, and progress is super slowly happened, and I'm just not a quitter. So is recast T'Challa over? The simple answer to that question is no, it's not over. It still isn't over, to quote Ryan Gosling in what movie? What was it? What did he tell Rachel McAdams in The Rain?
I want you, all of you, there's something else. I don't know. The Notebook.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Before I let in some of the people who've jumped in, we got Mo Fly. Is RW Chi-Town in here too? Wow, we got a couple people who jumped in. Before we do that, I posted the same question I just did now to the YouTuber E-Man's Movie Reviews. I'm gonna find the tweet. Where is it? I asked him if here it is. Whoops. I asked him if the recent lead character casting for Black Panther 3 is your recast T'Challa campaign finished. Looking for a yes or a no. This is a flashback to something that he said. It's relevant to this conversation.
Is recasting still needed now that you've seen what you've seen?
Now, okay, so great question. Now that we know what we know, especially given the ending, I would say that the campaign is less effective if you say it, because Marvel can technically say, we did. So that at the end of the day, I've never asked for when T'Challa should come.
What'd you say?
I hate how like all in unison they went. They did no, they didn't. Is your child you? You have 2 children. Are they you? Do y'all have kids? Did you spawn a clone, or did you have a different person? A person who is separate from you, who is not you after you birthed them? What do you mean they did? They did not.
They recasted. Chill.
Please say
fucking hell.
We did.
What?
So
the Knots people
that, at the end of the day, I've never asked for when T'Challa should come back. I've never asked for how T'Challa should come back. I've only said keep the portrayal going. Obviously, there are levels to all that. There's a direct recast, a variant, and you know what we got now. But I'm like, yo, is T'Challa on screen? Okay, I'm done.
And you could be specific about when you say what we got now.
Oh, you know,
His
with
son.
Junior, with his son. I forget we're doing spoilers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, spoilers.
But yeah, I mean, like, how do I look sitting here saying recast T'Challa? They gave you T'Challa Junior. Now, I would say there's a lot of legwork that I would like to see happen with that character. I don't want that character to just be some symbol and just thrown in the background. I don't want that character not to get the treatment that you would give any other white prominent Chris character, as well. Like, give him that same energy that.
What do you mean?
They're not. He's not getting that treatment. They got build up. They got lore. He's getting a microwave.
Oh no,
he's getting a styrofoam cup and boiling hot water. That's what he's
talking
getting.
Talking about Tucson getting that lead character energy.
Yeah. What are we talking about? No such buildup has happened. He's getting it easy bake oven while they get entire sagas to build up their characters. No such build. So even his own perceived like stipulations of accepting it haven't happened. So I'm hopeful that given what he's laid out, that he'll be like, no, like it hasn't met my qualifications that I laid out 2 years ago.
And so recast T'Challa isn't over. Yeah.
Character, as well. Like, give him that same energy that you would give to any other lead character down the line, and I'm good. So I got no
down the line could be like, in a couple of years.
It can be a while.
Down the line was Comic-Con 2026.
They could say, oh, he's 5 now, however old he is, and then say 10 years later, there he is.
Kang the Conqueror's messing with timelines. Maybe he walked through a time. I don't know. Listen, I'm not here to dictate how they tell their stories. Okay. I'm not dictating when. I'm just saying, like, yo, this character matters. He has history. There's a lot of stuff behind that and representation. Just keep that portrayal going. That's all. How you do it, when, that's up to them.
Yeah, the portrayal can be executed. You don't even need T'Challa to keep the portrayal going. He did a video, go watch the video he called Compromise on his channel. Just type Compromise. And he says that the portrayal could be just the T'Challa could continue T'Challa's portrayal. It doesn't have to be T'Challa.
But it can't. Not when you're operating like that. But yeah, you're right. We got people waiting. Go ahead.
In order, the first person to jump in was Mo Fly. Hello, Mo Fly. How you doing?
Peace, guys. How y'all doing?
There we go.
All right, man. How are you?
We're doing okay.
I'm blessed in favor, man. I'm blessed in favor. I'm glad, finally, once again, we seen the true colors of these people. I'm not really surprised now that Feige has really showed his bigotry. What really irks me out of all of this is just that you got the sheep that are still attaining to just continue to eat the feces that MCU throws out and be like, the bones that they throw at us, and they'll continue to just keep playing it off and at the 5,000-pound elephant in the room and being like, yo, how many times y'all gonna try to insult our intelligence? Like, come on, man.
And how many times will people
Six-minute-
allow their intelligence to be insulted too?
That's my point. I'm more angrier with the ones that are continuing to go along with it and save face but I have to calm stuff down because I know for a fact the ones that are anti-recast, they were never fans to begin with, like we said before. They jumped on this train during the 2018 movie. You ask them honestly, have they even read a comic book of T'Challa beforehand? They couldn't even give you a straight answer. So I look at that. I look at with the Blade situation because honestly, I think Feige pulled the T'Challa move Saturday to cover up his mess up or what he got caught up on camera saying.
Yeah, that's what people do.
So it was just like, oh, I got on my face. Let me throw him a bone here to divert, what's going on that end. So now he threw the bone. Now, not just that, what he does, he steps on your toes even more. Let me cancel Wonder Man. Oh, is going to be ill. What is so-called Falcon Captain America going to be doing this whole premise? Like, it's so much on it to the point where they're mushing it in your face. And for the MCU's sheep, they're still continuing to support it. But it's just like, yo, how many times they're going to keep throwing this in your face? Or you just going to fall for the foolishness?
Right?
I'm just.
It's almost like you watch our channels.
I'll say the 5,000-pound elephant in the room. Yes. But I'll say the 5,000-pound elephant out of all of this is these corporate bigots do not want to see that happen because it inspires. Why? A couple of days ago, I was watching a special on Burkina Faso with Ibrahim Traoré, and they are doing a great job with their country. You know what them kids are saying while they out there redeveloping the country and making it look good? Wakanda forever.
Oh, look at that.
Real
I got
talk.
a video on that, by the way. Everybody got the real life T'Challa video that I posted probably a year ago now. But yeah, there's this inspiration that even the producer, Nate Moore, when he goes on Survivor, I'm going to channel my inner T'Challa. Like, there's this inspirational character who's making countries in West Africa better. And that's a little bit too much. How about we T'Challa it up? How about we hot potato franchise this thing up and do real life damage? This is a fiction. This is fake. The inspiration it provides and the outcomes and the roads that are being built and literally physical roads that are being built, those are tangible. So these fictional inspirations are worth continuing, and the greatest black character that exists is worth continuing.
It's a fact.
Thank you, Mo Fly. Were you done? I think
and I'll say one more thing.
Cut you off. Yeah.
Like I've said all the time. Go ahead, bro.
You go.
I'll say one more thing. I think the brother David Johnson is a tremendous actor. Ben said he was Oscar snub for The Long Walk, but honestly, he is nothing that I can see as a superhero and give you that superhero vibe. And granted, they're gonna focus on the son, but once again, you have so many black actors that can fill in this role of T'Challa. Like, I've been pumping Yalen Noel from Nemesis for years. Aldous Hodge first. And you're going to sit and tell me you got all these different actors that could have fit this role, but we're just going to stay and die on this hill. And I know the co-stars of the movie just sitting back like, Lord have mercy. We got to, just straight smile and play this off. And the part about it now, even the people who are not recast T'Challa's are saying, yo, I'm not feeling this. This is the hill that they're going to die on. Definition of insanity. Same thing over and over again for different results.
That's right. MoFly,
So,
appreciate you for being here. And you touched on something.
Appreciate you, brother.
I had to get off my chest.
Get it off. That's what
we
we're
all
here for.
do.
And thank you for
One
always
more
watching,
thing.
MoFly.
Jonathan Majors.
What?
Oh man, come on, man. You
The
know
Daily
I'm always
Wire.
support Jonathan Majors.
Nah,
Y'all
I'm not.
find it
I'm
funny
not supporting that one.
that Children of the Blood and Bone came out and none of the directors or producers wanted to holler at my boy to get him cast in that movie?
Fam, it's so many projects like that. Ain't nobody calling my boy. Ain't nobody calling him. It's crazy.
MoFly's trying to get it all off. He's like, we don't do call-ins that often here. I'm gonna give you the majors.
I'm inside all of it.
Yeah,
got it. Thanks for pulling up, and I am going to now. So there's 5 people in the queue: Killing the King, JP, Quincy, Pam. Before that, though, he brought up something. He brought up something. By the way, I tagged E-Man just to let him know the video's out here with 51 likes, and people actually want to know if the Recast T'Challa campaign is over, and I hope he answers that question. But I saw on Twitter from ATL Blurred this panel that if you're not a comic book head, you wouldn't know it, but Chillmonger's here to support and make you read the comics that you don't. So this was Shuri being judged by the Panther god. What would those champions say to such demand? How would they respond to such arrogance? The mantle of Panther is not about entitlement. It is about sacrifice, about putting the greater good ahead of the pursuit of glory. But you see it as a trophy to be won or lost. Jealousy has festered in your heart since your brother took the mantle of Panther. Of all the enemies you face, hubris is the one you have never defeated. And this is the Panther god saying, you are not worthy to be the Black Panther. It is not your burden. It is not your destiny. Now leave this place and consider what you will do, knowing that you will never follow in your brother's footsteps, and it never will be. So that was issue number 4, gentlemen and ladies. And in issue number 4, she leaves the ancestral plane without Panther powers. She was not blessed by Boss to become the Black Panther. She gets the name Black Panther in issue 6 when they go, well, Boss didn't kill you, so then it must mean that you're the Black Panther. She got approval from the people, not approval from the actual deity. Yeah. Next. And then he mentioned something about Kevin Feige. I'll play that in a second, actually. I just don't want to keep people waiting too long. We got Killing the King. Hi. How you doing?
What's going on, people? How you all doing?
We're okay. Right, we saw Comic-Con. We saw David Johnson. And we said, this is how liberty dies, with thunderous applause. What did you think?
I'm going to tell you, I'm 52 years old. For the first time in my life, when they announced Black Panther, I saw my father, who's 72, cry. Because for the plain fact, he remembered getting the initial #1 comic book. And he said this has always been something that was supporting of Black greatness. And they want to make it a mantle of death. Or make it degenerate, whereas a baby mama had a baby out of wedlock, which is nothing like what it was portrayed in any form of fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And the point of the fact is, then they went and he said, then they didn't choose the most masculine man. I'm going to say what my father said. They went and chose someone who is LGBTQ to be a king of Black nation.
But I don't want that to ever, I'm mad you even said it on my channel. I want that to have nothing to do with...
Okay, let's take it away.
But thank you for giving your take, though. But yeah.
But let's take it away from there. But the point of the fact is, they watered down a king and chose the smallest man they can find to be that king. And so the point of the fact of the masculinity, the dynamicness, the intellectualness of all that. I've been a teacher for over 30 years. When Black Panther came out, it was the first time ever I have 16, including my son, who went to school to study science, didn't want to play ball no more. My son was almost a top football player. He chose to stop playing football. He said, I can be a scientist. After seeing that. Now, you know what he does for a living? He works for St. Jude Hospital as a scientist, trying to discover cancer, all because of Black Panther. That's what That's what they don't want our children to see.
So
That
you
they
think
got.
so
Go
you
ahead. I'm
think
sorry.
by who they chose to replace, so obviously T'Challa's not there, but
Mhm.
even the shorter David Johnson, the less masculine, I'm saying it that way, the less masculine David Johnson is intentional. And I can't disagree with that. I hear what you're trying to say. Like even what they replaced it with was like something less ideal.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Chillmonger. It's buck breaking. They
Yeah.
chose to buck break T'Challa.
But do you think Ryan Coogler chose that? Do you think he's intentionally doing this, or he's moving off the emotion of Chad just died, I can't do it, I can't see it, I can't do it?
No, I believe when you got Black Panther 2 was emotion. Now I believe Black Panther 3 is I'm playing the game. I'm playing the game and I'm giving the studios what they want it to be. Because let's be realistic. Black Panther 1 was a phenomenon that they did not expect it to be. They thought it was just going to be something like any other Wonder Man. They thought it was going to be something that we see, oh, it's a black guy, and go on with the business. But to us, he became that Luke Skywalker. Do you think they would put a Luke Skywalker Jr., or would they dig up Mark Hamilton old self to go play Luke Skywalker again? Let's be honest. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Even with Star Wars, they done gave me 15 different Dr. Spocks. They ain't give me a Dr. Spock Jr. yet. So here's the thing: the dynamic of the character is what it is. Even when they did give me a Superman with children, they still had Superman there.
Yeah.
Batman got 100 kids, but Batman's still there.
Yup. We go 100 years in the future, Batman Beyond, he's still there.
He's still there. He's still there. Absolute Batman. Guess what? It's Batman.
Yeah.
So my point of the
That's
fact is,
multiverse.
anything that makes us look dynamic, they want to water it down. They want to put a junior. And I say it, and you may say I won't curse and use no foul language. They put a bastard on the throne. Let's be real. They put a bastard on the throne and say, here you go. There you're T'Challa.
But not just put a bastard on the throne. Because think about Black Panther 1. Think about how the nation, the Dora Milaje, and the Crown Prince all revolted against the rightful ruler at that time of Wakanda because he won in ritual combat of Killmonger because he was illegitimate, because he was left in Compton and he had all of these ideas of freeing people with violence and all this other stuff. So now we gonna go to a country who's still paying reparations back to their oppressors.
There you go.
That's where he's being raised, right? Because we couldn't have possibly raised him in Wakanda, right? I didn't learn shit from Black Panther 1. I didn't learn nothing. I'm gonna raise my son in Haiti.
They're making another Killmonger.
And now he's the protector. It's just it's madness what they did to this story.
And the thing about it is, in all honesty, and I would have been better if they didn't even recast a T'Challa. If they didn't recast T'Challa, they gave me a good version of Killmonger. I would have took that over the bastard kid. I would have took that over the bastard kid. In a different time area, we got time all in. T'Challa was raised with Killmonger, and T'Challa died of disease, and he went to the other nephew, and he's the king. I would have took a better version of that. Because in the end, what makes it so funny, I love we brought up number one, they still did what Killmonger said they needed to do. They still went there and did it. They opened it up and what he was trying to say. They still went to Compton, land a plane right in the middle of it, and said, we're going to teach some people. Now, his method may have been wrong, but in the end, it is what it is. But my point is this. They watered it down, and I seen, like I said, my father's heart hurt because they literally gave us a child that was not raised in royalty, that was raised in the most obscure, war-torn country to come be the king of Wakanda. That's just crazy. Well, I'm going to get off. I said my piece, and my father's right next to me, and he just shaking his head like, I can't believe it. And he said, I'm gonna put it like this. My dad stood up and saw them and said, this is T'Challa, the son. My dad stood up and said, that's some BS. And I ain't gonna say the word. He walked off and went on a ride and went and got cigars. It's like, I'm gonna start smoking. That's how upset that man was over this. But the best to y'all. Thank you for having me on, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you and your father.
All right.
Yes, sir.
2 for 2 with the callers, killing it. We have some super chats that came in that I just noticed right now, and then we got this video that I want to share. Let me share the screen. It's relevant to what you were just talking about with what they did to replace. Here we go. It's Ryan. It's not.
He called me and said,
it's Ryan.
Found him. So what do you mean? He goes, I found him. We hadn't started a search yet. Ryan was working on Sinners. And when Ryan works on a project, he's all in. He's in it. And that we were waiting till after the Academy Awards to sit with Ryan and begin that process. A month and a half or so before that process, he called me and said, I found him. So what do you mean? He goes, I found him. He's this guy, David Johnson. He mentioned his movies. I had seen some of them. I watched more. He goes, I think I'm going to meet him. He had a secret meeting with him under cloak of darkness in a hotel somewhere. And
he didn't say we had a secret meeting. He said, Ryan, he had a secret meeting.
Called me afterwards and said, he's the guy. He's the guy. I felt it. I felt it in my soul. He's a good man. He's a good man. And he is the next Black Panther. And I got chills and I got a little welled up and said, let's do it. So we've been sitting on this secret for a good 5 or 6 months.
What just happened was Ryan Coogler, Kevin Feige said it was all Ryan. Kevin, we were gonna wait. We were just like, oh no, okay, yeah. Does Kevin Johnson as T'Challa?
Hell
sure.
yeah.
Maybe they would have been open to recasting actual T'Challa, but the Academy Award winner went ahead and did what he did.
Fam, hey, he put all of that shit right. And oh yeah, we were going to sit down with Ryan and talk this whole thing out, but he came about a month prior and said he already figured it out. And I got chills. I was like, you know what? You got it, fam. You got it. Hey,
if you guys remember that Wakanda sorry.
I was just gonna say before we take the next person, we should probably read some of these super chats because we got quite a few while we were doing this.
I will. If you guys want to hear Ryan Coogler speak on how we just couldn't do it, go listen to the Wakanda Forever official podcast that they had on Spotify. Then they deleted off their Spotify when I made a video on it, and then they put it back on Spotify when I made a video saying they deleted it. And then it was always still on iTunes, and it never left all these other podcatchers, just Spotify, because I use Spotify to cover it on my video because they watch my videos. My name is Chillmonger and Recast T'Challa. So let's do the supers. And in the queue, we got JP, Quincy. Wait, hold on one second. We got all of these people who are in line. We see you. We just got to do our super chats first, okay? Okay. Respect and love for being here. Thank you for paying us money. I want to ask Chillmonger on the Kun, Spider, DA, Tyrone Magnum, Eric July.
Tyrone Magnum. That's
I
crazy.
know what he's doing. All right. Guys that kissed Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic Butts thoughts. Oh, you want to ask me about the Coons and you want to, but like, it's hard for me to answer this one because like, I simply don't cover. If I think someone's a Coon, I wouldn't cover them. So there.
I can approximate. Let me approximate. So Tyrone Magnus is going to be like, oh, this is woke Panther. This guy, he took a load to the face in the industry. Now he's Black Panther. That's Tyrone Magnus. And then Eric July is just gonna be like, well, I don't watch that shit anyways, because I do the Rippaverse. We're gonna have the Isom movie coming out in a few years. So yeah, that's where they at with that.
Yeah.
I don't know who the first person is.
Spider. It's probably a play off of another person who's an insect. Instead of Spider, it's Anta. Oh,
yeah. I don't know that person.
Yeah, but like,
appreciate the $5 though.
Yeah, we do appreciate it, but like, I just don't want to. You asked the question, so what do I want to ask Chillmonger on the Coon guys that kiss Critical Drinker and Butts and their thought. I just don't watch them. A lot of these guys I don't care for. So there it is. They don't factor in my life intentionally because Tyrone Magnus I'll watch every now and again. Everyone else no. Good.
Cause DUID bills driving, that's crazy. They don't fit me cause I'm just a project, baby.
$2 now. He says Lori Harvey cost Damson Idris the Black Panther gig.
That
Wait
is
for
the
Secret
rumor.
Wars. No, you don't. You do not know if Damson Idris is not playing T'Challa in Secret Wars or variants of T'Challa in Secret Wars.
I
Wait for
guess.
Secret Wars. And I'm not gonna go, oh, thank God they did it. Oh, this is amazing. Secret Wars. I'm here for the longevity. I'm here for the long term. Every problem I have is that it's temporary and that the child is not like while it'll be nice and they get points and argument can be had. Does this mean we gotta pay movie tickets to support T'Challa because he's in Secret Wars? That's a good argument to have, but like the temporary nature of it is the temporary nature of it. Unless you tell me that Damson Idris T'Challa performed so well in Secret Wars and the reception was so good, they go, let's put him in a Black Panther 3 movie. I mean, I can have the hope for that. Let's reshoot. I can have the hope for that. Like, I'm not quitting on that hope, but yeah, that's, I don't know. Damson Idris could play T'Challa. He could. Yeah.
I don't think it's. I'm kind of pessimistic on that prospect these days.
You're right.
I'm more. I guess I'm more optimistic about the long-term future of that character coming back at all than I am about Damson playing him specifically. And it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with this rumor. Although I it is something that has, passed my mind, something that I've tried my best to inquire on. And I would hate for there to be even the slightest bit of truth to this. I get it from a bro standpoint, like, yeah, no, fuck that nigga. He took your girl or whatever. We not really we not messing with homeboy. But at the same time, like,
you're not. The Russos are doing Secret Wars.
Factor. That can't be the deciding factor. Like, all things equal. Like, if maybe you thought he wasn't really all that good of an actor and he was just hyped up and that was just a factor that played into it, okay, you human. I can't. But if that was the deciding factor, if Kevin Feige was like, hey, listen, we're leaning towards Damson, and then you hitting with David Johnson because of Lori Harvey, I would lose a lot of respect.
I think Damson just knows the difference between the T'Challa and T'Challa, and he would never take this role that David Johnson did. Damson's going to play T'Challa. If he ever plays him, he'll play him in Secret Wars with the Russo brothers. And I hope he does such a good job that Kevin goes, hey, you ought to look at this footage that we got here at Secret Wars that we filmed. Look, when we have T'Challa in it, and maybe we can add him in Black Panther. Maybe at the end of the movie, he doesn't return to his home universe and he stays. I'm going to have the hope for that recast T'Challa is not over, despite what this next super chat has to say. And put it all on me. What's $4.99 got to do? He says we lost as a recast T'Challa community, but we can't give up. We want better outside the MCU, but within it, we are stuck with Toussaint until a reboot. Quasimodo says recast T'Challa is over.
I don't think that reboot coming, man. I think Kevin trying to tell y'all that reboot ain't really a reboot. It's just I'm gonna reset the chessboard, but it's gonna be the same players, baby. Same players.
In the spirit of Quasimodo's chat right here, guys, use the hashtag we lost, or use the hashtag recast T'Challa if it's not over and it still isn't over. Let me gauge what it's like.
Crazy.
Hashtag we lost or hashtag recast T'Challa. Put that in the chat right now. We'll check in a second. But we got other people who sent their super chats.
I'm gonna get money no matter the cost. Having some water, I'm having some boats. Got that dope dick, that's your loss. He's a worker and I am a boss.
Culture Made Channel, $10. It's recast T'Challa till they get it right. 100. I'm sliding for the mighty Pantheon and all my peoples.
Yes, sir.
It is recast T'Challa until they recast T'Challa.
Right, that's a strong $10 spent.
That's a great $10 spent. Culture Made Channel. There you go. I just asked for this, right? We lost or hashtag recast T'Challa. It's either Quasimodo and Culture Made. They're going toe to toe in the comment section, blow for blow in the comment section. It's a 12-yard barn burner. Shout out to you guys for being supportive and stuff, and giving us money. A lot of super chats came in. Okay, so there's the hashtag we lost from JD Informant, who I think I saw him on Q, didn't it? Maybe he's calling in. And no one else participated in this other thing that I asked you guys to participate in. All good. Saves us time.
Lamp popping on ring, ring, ring. Count money while it ring, ring, ring. Trap jumping on ring, ring, ring.
Puma Lee, no backpedaling. T'Challa, son of T'Chaka, is Black Panther, not T'Child. A son can never become his father. Disney and Marvel doesn't respect black people. Okay, Kanye?
Appreciate the 5 there. Puma Lee, always.
I 100% agree with this. And thank you for giving the money to say it louder and louder and prouder. We have another super sticker now that just popped in.
Thank you for sunshine. Thank you for rain. Thank you for joy. Thank you for pain.
It's a beautiful day. Yay, yay, yay. Super sticker from Neo Zen Plays. Shout out to you, man, for $1.99.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
The caller that is next is Jean-Paul. Hey, Black Claw from the chat. Hey.
All right, can y'all hear me?
We hear you.
Yes, sir.
All right, it's good to be talking with y'all again, especially you, Marcus. It's been a minute.
Been a while,
sorry.
brother.
Yes, sorry I haven't been in contact that much. I don't use Twitter anymore, but you know, you can get in touch with me on TikTok or IG, but
for sure,
man, it's just been a roller coaster this past week regarding Black Panther. Now, let me just say this: like, David Johnson is a good actor.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll do a good job. And it's like I said on the last Pantheon stream I called into when Darius was here. Like, I said, like, I was gonna hope for the best but prepare for the worst, and well, I was prepared.
Prepared.
Yeah. So overall, I'm just indifferent to the whole thing, but the one silver lining to all this is that I've just been getting so much satisfaction out of hearing some of the anti-recasters crash out over Shuri being replaced. I'm like, oh yeah, so you mean now you see that characters mean more than mantles. Now you see why it's problematic to just play hot potato with a mantle.
Yeah, but Black Claw, I'm not seeing a lot of that. What you're not on Twitter? What videos are you seeing on what app? Where's the freak out that they can't
it's TikTok.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not on Twitter at all anymore, so I don't know what's going on over there. But I have seen a couple of TikToks of people complaining about Shuri being replaced.
I'm open to that community though. Like, let me hear what you got to say. Like, maybe I don't know. I don't. Maybe that's me being the villain now, Marcus. But like, let's see.
Oh no, I'm in my full villain arc over this, and I'm going.
You too?
Yeah, and actually, you know, this might be unpopular what I'm about to say, but I might just end up supporting Black Panther 3 just to spite these people.
Oh, yeah, that is unpopular. But like, if anyone who does want to support Black Panther 3, though,
run me through that one.
No, because for so many years we've been hearing, "Oh, Black Panther is a mantle. Black Panther is a mantle. We don't need T'Challa, or you just hate women." So after all that and seeing them crash out, knowing that Shuri's going to be replaced, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna see this movie just to piss all of y'all off. You've been saying to us for years now that it's a mantle, so you know what? I'm gonna support TJ.
Did you pay to see the Black Panther Wakanda Forever?
No, that's the only Marvel movie I actively avoided seeing in theaters.
I feel like I don't want to send the wrong message with my money, right? So for Black Panther,
yeah, exactly. That's what I was like, because I'm like, you're literally using this guy's death to promote your movie, and that's just wrong, bro. It is.
And now you're solidifying it, so that's the narrative of the Black Panther franchise is the tragic death of
it is.
Narrative is
going
Denzel.
forward.
That's the narrative. The Denzel is going to be in it.
Denzel
Oh,
is going
and
to
I'm
be
telling you right now, like with Black Panther 3, like in universe, except for Shuri, everybody's just going to be middle-aged or a senior citizen now that TJ is all grown up. So you're gonna see like M'Baku, Okoye, Nakia, they're all going to either be phased out or just killed off by the third one. I'm predicting that.
Not necessarily. They could play with time where only the child gets older. That's all.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think they will do that,
Things
but
trip and fall into a time machine or something. Like how does that happen?
Loki can. It's science fiction. They can make anything happen. They can use a time stone. They can do anything.
Worst case scenario, they just end up John Kenting this nigga.
JP Black Claw, appreciate you for jumping on in and making me think about supporting this film or not. I'm not going to support Black Panther 3 as it stands today, but maybe if T'Challa's back and Damson Idris from Secret Wars is going to continue playing the role because he did such a stand-up job, maybe I'll be there. Probably not, though.
All right. Well, it's been fun talking to you, fellas. Now I got to get some rest. I got work in the morning.
Thanks for staying up.
Man. Rest up.
I bet you Quincy was staying up too. What's going on to Quincy? And then we'll do Pam, and then we'll do what happened to Jay the Informant? Jay the Informant, you can come in a few minutes. Hey, Quincy.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
We do hear
Yes,
you
sir.
nice and fine. San Diego Comic-Con happened. What do you want to touch on from this stream today?
Oh, you already know. You already know. Hey, first off, I saw Spider-Man earlier. It was fire. It's probably the best out of the four Tom Holland movies. It was. Okay, first off,
Stop.
Yeah.
Spider-Man question. Not too spoilery. And Marcus, you can stop me if I say something spoilery. So I want to know with Hulk and Spider-Man, we saw footage in the trailer. Sometimes they show the best parts of that fight in the trailer. Was the best parts of that fight in the trailer, or is there more in the movie?
I'm gonna be real with you. You know, Sony, ever since Amazing Spider-Man 2, Sony has been showing way too much as it gets close to the movies. So I've learned. I just stopped. So I don't even know what they were showing the last few weeks, because anytime I saw something, I just ducked it. I just avoided it, man.
That's incredibly healthy. You're doing movies the right way. All right, back to Black Panther. Let's go.
All right. First off, he's too short and he's too ugly. It just is what it is. Let's just keep it a buck. A superhero is supposed to look. If Ghost Rider could be pretty boy, right? Ghost Rider of all people could be pretty boy. Then and we get this little short, puffy face guy, right? And the thing is, right, a superhero is supposed to be a man's man. Women love him, men want to be him. That's what a superhero is supposed to be. He's supposed to stand next to Chadwick stands next to Captain America as a man. You know what I mean? Not as no short little Mickey guy. He stands next to him as a man. And I'm gonna touch on the Black Brit part. I honestly believe if it was because Damson Idris is also a Black Brit. But I don't think the Black Brit conversation would have even came up if it was Damson Idris, because he looked the part, and more importantly, Black Americans are familiar with Damson, right? And we wanted him, and so I think the us being familiar with him is if it would have felt earned. I'll put it like that. It would have felt earned. But with this guy, I mean, unless you're alien, I love Aliens, so I watched it not because of him. I watched the Alien movie because it's Aliens, right? And
calling him an alien. I was about to
say. No. I'm just saying, like the movies that he was in that everybody's praising. Yeah, that everybody's praising so much. I mean, it's not, for the most part, that it's not really on Black folks' radar. So we don't really know him. So for the most part, to a lot of Black people, Black Americans, it seemed like he came out of nowhere, and that's really been the gripe with a lot of Black Brits, is that they get these big opportunities kind of seemingly out of nowhere. Like I said, but if it was Damson, who's also a Black Brit, I don't think it would even came up at all. I think we'd all been, at least rejoicing that, okay, they got the casting right. Now the TJ part, that would have been whatever, but they struck out on both parts. They did TJ and they got the casting wrong. So it's just bad all around. A couple more things. These YouTubers are getting on my nerves, man.
Uh-oh.
A lot of these YouTubers, I could tell that they are trying to work their way and try to, they know they're on camera. They know that they could use YouTube to get to the red carpet because they've seen a few other people do it. And so I just don't trust them. I just don't trust him. I've seen very few people just be honest about it. Just say, and then everybody's saying the same thing. He's a great actor in The Long Walk and Alien. Look, Peter Dinklage is an excellent actor, right? But if they cast him for Batman or Superman, people believe like it's irrelevant. How great of it? No, it's a no go. You know what I mean? So you remember that phase around 2021, 2022. Remember when it wasn't, when you couldn't really criticize Marvel just yet, right? You remember that phase when everybody was still kind of lying to kick it, right? And then right, and then at some point it was okay to say, okay, Marvel, this ain't it. I kind of feel like that's what's going on right now with this casting. I feel like, I'm not saying we back into you can't criticize Marvel, but I do think because of people hiding behind Ryan Coogler now, it's like everybody just give him so much grace, and because the Black Panther movie is getting that same Marvel treatment that Marvel was getting around that 21 or 22 when we knew it was bad, but people didn't want to come out and say it just yet because it wasn't really quote unquote allowed, right? That second thing. Two more things. We saw Wolverine die. We saw Wolverine's grave get dug up by Deadpool. We saw Deadpool pull his decomposed skeleton out of the ground and fight TVA agents with it, right? And Wolverine miraculously is alive and well in the MCU right now. Alive and well, right?
It's a different universe. It's not the MCU, but he's alive and well, and we have Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine. Yes,
right. So that's why, like, I have zero tolerance for anybody saying we can't bring back T'Challa. When we just saw Deadpool dance with Wolverine's skeleton, and he's back alive.
T'Challa died in Zombies. T'Challa died. He's not even the Panther in X-Men '97, which is ignoring past history. We don't have T'Challa. There's a video game. Is it a video game that I forget? There's just so many non-T'Challa things that they're doing right now.
Yeah. That goes back into old boy earlier. Said I think this really was a Disney thing. I really think that I really think Ryan Coogler is playing defense for Kevin Feige and Disney. I really think they're making these decisions.
He's just emotionally driven. I don't want to say this guy is tasting the biscuits or doing. You know what I mean when I say tasting the biscuits, right, Quincy?
No, I know. But see, for me, I'm like, I have zero tolerance for people playing dumb, right? You can't be so smart and a genius in one area, but you just can't understand why this don't make sense in another area, right? He blows past the whole blip. They could have said Wakanda Forever in the blip because T'Challa technically, quote unquote, died, right? He blew past that, right? He still wanted to kill him. Now he's blowing straight past Secret Wars when you could go out there and the multiverse blew past that because he still want to keep him dead, and he's going to blow straight past Secret Wars, where it's kind of like a God was giving him like, hey, we know you're in a tough situation, but lucky for you, this is the phase that the MCU is in right now. The phase works perfectly for the situation that you're in to bring somebody else in, and nobody a better eye, right? But he blows straight past all of that to stick to the script that he wants to do. Okay, and I promise this is my last thing. The recast of T'Challa movement, right? I'm always trying to figure out what's people's motivation and why people feel the way they feel. I don't know if y'all realize it, but it wasn't about Ryan Coogler. It wasn't about Shuri. It wasn't about the mantle, especially with black folks who talk so much, these bandwagon folks. What it really was about is that Wakanda is the only big budget movie, African fantasy world that black people worldwide has, right?
Blood and Bone is coming.
I'm gonna get to that. That's why I hope and pray that Children in Blood and Bone is $1 billion franchise, right? Because then all these people that's kind of hanging their hats for this African fantasy, they could take it over there. You know what I mean? Because like white people got Harry Potter, they got the Harry Potter school, Lord of the Rings, Asgard, you name it. Star Wars, they got every, so they don't have to hang their hats and hang all of their fantasy representative fantasy on one world, right? Yeah. But black people, all we had was Wakanda. So I think what was happening was we T'Challa fans, we fighting for T'Challa. They are fighting for Wakanda, right? And that's why they don't give a damn about who's there. They just want to have that fantasy world because that's up to this point is the only one that we have, right? And now what we're running into after Ryan Coogler done won Oscars with Sinners and all of that stuff. Now we're getting back to it's people like what is it? It's Wakanda, but now it's people just ride with Ryan Coogler. I've seen so many people say, "I trust his vision. I trust his vision."
I heard
But
Charlamagne say that.
yeah. But the thing is, if you're a T'Challa fan and you know T'Challa, then you know that Ryan Coogler has been effing over T'Challa from the time he got him. From the moment he got him, he's been effing over T'Challa. Took his intellect. Okoye fight just as good as he do. I mean, Killmonger beasting them in the movie. I mean, he been effing him over from the time he got him. The Russos set him up perfectly. And then Coogler got him, and it's been downhill ever since. But people keep saying they trust his vision, and I'm like, y'all, you can't be a T'Challa fan if you trust his vision, because his vision been garbage from the get-go for T'Challa. And I remember, and last thing, I was so frustrated back when that movie went back in 2018, because I went to see it twice opening night at 7 and at 10, right? And I was so frustrated because everybody was talking about everybody except T'Challa. They was talking about M'Baku, Okoye, hit this, that one, all of them. Rarely did I hear anybody even mention T'Challa. And I was so frustrated about that way back in 2018. So that's all I had to say, fellas. I don't know if you had a question or something, or but that's all I had to say,
had a
man.
question for you.
What's
had
up?
one. What do you say to the folks that bring up the comparison of Michael Keaton in the Backlash versus his casting back in the 90s? What do you say to that? That he was 5'9" and he was too small to pay the Cape Crusader, and they try to apply that to what's going on now with David Johnson.
I say that's a white man, and I hate when black people are talking and they bring up white people as examples. White people got a million different TV channels, a million different heroes. They got a million different shows on every channel, right? And we got a few scraps. We got a few scraps here, and like I don't know why. And like I said, it's such a layup. Like Dempsey Idris is right there. Aldous Hodge is right there. All these like manly men. And if you want to go younger, I mean, I don't know the young folks like that, but I'm sure you could have found some young 25-year-old that if we looked at him, we would have said, you know what, I could rock with him. He looked like the guy that you want to look up to. You know what I mean? No.
It's not T'Challa, but yeah, okay.
No. I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. I want T'Challa back, but I'm just saying, like, that's why I said they struck out on both ends. They went the junior route, and the casting is just terrible on all fronts. Nobody's going to that guy and saying, "Hey, roll with me to the club because I know you got him." Nobody's doing that with him ever. Nobody. Damson Idris, yes. Aldous Hodge, yes. All the other names, that kept popping up in the little AI photos that they were generating, yes, but nobody ever. I saw both of those movies. It never crossed my mind that he be T'Challa. And I'm gonna say one more thing, man. I'm gonna say it. Y'all might get uncomfortable, but I'm gonna say it.
One more thing.
Okay, I promise it. I promise it. Y'all might get uncomfortable with this, but I'm gonna say it. E-Man should have never ran his mouth so much about the recast thing. If all he's ever going to do is still go and support it and still buy theaters for it. If it's no consequences to the studio making every decision that you don't want them to do, then why are you even talking? If you still gonna go buy a theater, why even make all this noise if at the end of the day you still go do what you would have did if they did what you wanted them to do? Well, it's no point. There's no point. If there's no consequence for them crossing the line, then why? Then what was this all for? What was it all for? Because I didn't spend a dime on Wakanda Forever. I spent probably about $2,000 on the first movie between tickets, 1 million tickets, and a couple of dashikis, custom dashikis. So yeah, that's my last thing, man. I'm gonna say it, man. I know people thinking it, but I'm gonna say it, man. I'm gonna say it because I was done with him back with Wakanda Forever. As soon as he said he was buying out a theater, I unsubscribed, and I was done with it back then, way back when. So that was all, fellas, man. I'm sorry about being long-winded.
I'm with you, Quincy. I understand. I was too.
All right, play well.
Huh?
Yeah. You said, all right.
We got him. And there's a super chat that came in just now.
I'm yelling free, be nasty, till my throat is raspy, young, rich, and flashy, I be where the cash be.
The Culture Made channel with the $5 super chat. It's a full-on attack chill. The game is Marvel Token. That's the game. which I will do coverage on. But the main Panther there is Shuri. They were behind the times. If they would have waited for Comic-Con, they would have made it Toussaint now. But hey, it's the hot potato franchise. I'm sure there's gonna be video games with Toussaint. Can you imagine if they do a comic book with Toussaint? Yes, Marvel Token, however you say it. That game with Shuri, enjoy it. It's gonna be the child. There's gonna be an update, and they're gonna see what
get a patch update. Shuri gonna be gone.
I think.
That's funny.
Pam might be next.
Oh,
can you hear me?
Pambalam. Yeah, Pambalam.
You can hear me?
Yes,
I've been having so much problems with my sound. How you gentlemen doing?
Exquisite. Real. Hey, and in my real life, I'm doing exquisite there too. Thank you for asking.
Wonderful. All right. Let me crack my shoulder quick for us talking about this thing. I don't have a problem with the actor. I've seen him. I saw him in that the Long Mile or the one whatever it was. Long Walk, whatever that was. He was all right. I mean, I didn't see anything over the top, but I'm like one of the callers that said I'm just indifferent about it because they were going to go this way anyway. So I'm just indifferent about it, just like I only saw 2 funerals and a child one time. I don't know if I'm going to see this one at all. Somebody's going to have to probably tell me about it and then I'll go and see it. I'm just indifferent for it all. I just think that, this is the last of their DEI quota. So they're just trying to rush it through. They're just trying to rush it through and get to what they want to get to. I think I have been indifferent with Marvel for the past couple of years. A lot of the things, because I don't even think I've reviewed too much from Marvel. I'll just watch it after the fact. But I am looking forward to Dr. Doom and them to see what's going on with them. And I think that they missed an opportunity with this with Dr. Doom, because like I think I've said before in any other videos that I have done in regards to recast T'Challa, they had the vehicle, but they just let it go. They had the blip. They had this little thing. They could have just, it was just right there. You could have waited if you wanted to. You could have waited to now just to do Black Panther 2.
Hey, Shang-Chi 2 coming out in a couple of years. It's going to be a good, almost a decade from its first movie. And I would have happily taken that time in between if it meant that we were going to get it right.
Right. You could have recasted. You could have, and it could have moved in such a different way. That's just me. That's just my personal thing. Now, in regards to Damson, I know Marcus said, well, I don't think that a particular young lady had anything to do with. I don't think that she was the exact and the total cause. But I do think that I don't think if I have made movies with you, 4 and 5 movies with you, and every time we make a movie together, it increases our value and it increases our worth to the point that the last movie that I made with my boy, we both won Oscars. And then I'm sitting here thinking about who is going to play this thing. And I knew that Marvel wanted Damson, but I'm looking over at my boy and I remember him sitting at the basketball game, rocking and stuff. I don't say, because you have to remember, Hollywood is messy. Hollywood's messy. It's professional, but then there's some messiness. So all I'm going to say, Marcus, is he wasn't going to get it. He wasn't going to get it. And if I want to believe he wasn't going to get it because of who he dating right now, I'm going to believe he didn't get it because of who he was dating right now.
You're wrong.
He
didn't get it because he didn't want it. He wanted T'Challa.
Not you, the second person to tell me that. You were the second person to say exactly that. Yeah.
Not total. I didn't say, because I don't want to believe that Ryan is that petty, but I do want to believe that Ryan has a level of loyalty to his friend, because I don't think his friend is really, really over that one. But that's just to me. He's dating other people. but that don't mean he's over this particular person. And also, again, I said Hollywood is messy because you remember you talking to Celebrity Pam, and I know it's messy, but Damson and Oscar winner, they used to hang in them same circles. They used to say, I know Hollywood is small, but they used to hang in them same circles. You know, this is not the first time that they've dated the same woman. And I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it at that. Like I said, I don't think it was the totality of it, but I do think if you looked at it as 100%, I think that was 15% of the whole situation. I think Damson had some things that he's coming off of F1. Everything is moving. He probably didn't want to play Toussaint. He probably wanted to actually have a full recast.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all for that. But I think that because that didn't happen, that was probably 50%, maybe some timing. But other than that, I think that was maybe 10 to 15% of the issue.
Hey, Pam, since we're doing numbers, what's your box office prediction for the third Black Panther? You know, they don't got a death to sell you, the curiosity, or a sad Chadwick Boseman song with his mural. What does this one make?
I think the studio will probably give them anywhere from 150 to 200 million dollars, and I think that they'll probably bank out at about 750 million.
That's a lot. That's more than I think it might make. That's more than I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that they will get more curiosity because it should be coming after this doomsday stuff. I think they'll get the more curiosity people to see where everything is landed. Because I just have a feeling like something's gonna happen to Shuri. She's gonna break her back. You know, her arm is gonna be broken, or she may go back to the ancestral plane. They may the what do you call it? The herb that's going to be growing now in the ground. She's going to retake it. And like I saw one of the little comic strips that the Panther God is going to reject her in such a way that, something's going to be broken in her or something like that. I don't know. But that's what I have on that. And then my last thing is to talk about this Children of Blood and Bone. I am interested. Yes. I like the trailer. I am interested. Now, I'm going to tell you, I like the trailer. It looks interesting. I hate that people do not take the budget because that blonde 14-inch bust down was not the business with that girl. They could have made it better. I don't think that extreme white hair, I think it should have been some gradients. Damson's hair was a mess. But those things are important to me as a woman. I'm a visual person, and those things are important to me. I like the costumes. I wish it didn't look so. And y'all help me with this. Have you ever watched soap operas?
Yeah.
And you notice the difference, the different type of lens they use on soap operas versus a regular television show?
Not really.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at there's a difference. And when you look at soap operas, it looks like it's clear. It's more like a stage show. It's like a stage show. It's something about if you watch a soap opera, I think they still have them on there. Just look at a soap opera and then turn and watch In the Heat of the Night or any Marvel show right now. It's a different type of lens. They're giving me soap opera lens. That's the lens. It's too clear. So look at Black Panther. You remember how Black Panther felt like you were outside? Soap opera always gives you like you're inside somewhere.
Okay, yeah.
And it's a more clear type thing.
We can tell you're on a set.
Yeah, it's looking more like it's on a set or something like that. And that visually is not pleasing to me. I'd rather you go outside and do that. But I think the issue is, and y'all may be mad and not think it is, I think that they went in, they wrote this script, and I think somewhere in the middle, they have changed it so drastically. And when she was fighting for the script to be the way that they wrote it, there was a lot of conflict. And I think there was some hands thrown and somebody got clocked.
What? What?
That's what I think.
Because you think Hollywood's so messy.
Yeah, because Hollywood is messy. I think that they wrote a script. I think they agreed on a script. I think when they started working through this script and putting it to paper, from the paper to how they were, the realization of it, there were some things that were not agreed upon, and she was fighting for what they agreed upon. I think the higher ups got involved and said, hey, the switch, we're going to go with the switch. She was fighting whoever it was that she was having maybe a verbal altercation with. I think somebody got clocked.
So we only seen her. She's only actually identified one actual person she got confrontation with. You think she was scrapping with Amandla?
I think that I and when I say scrap, I'm not like they, pulling hair and windmilling. I think that there may have been some pushing, some shoving, some get out my face or something like that. And it may have been to the point where it was a little too forceful and that freaked her out. That's what I think.
I mean, I can see that from her, just from her video that she posted here. I don't think she's like, nah, that's not right. Okay, I don't want to insult her. I'm not going to say my sentence. I just, you get it.
She seems sensitive. She seems very like she takes in everything emotionally. Like
right.
she's
eccentric. And I just, like I said, I just think it was, hey, we agreed on this. It's not looking like we agreed. And then tempers flared. And then there was maybe a push or a shove. And I don't mean to offend anybody when I say this, but she made no, I'm not going to say it. I just think that there was a push or a shove. I think that there was a push or a shove, and something may have been said untoward, and that was the end of it. That's why I think, and that's why she is being very careful with her words.
She is.
She's being very, very careful with her words. But that's what it feels like to me. And y'all gentlemen, y'all have a good evening, and I'm gone.
Thank you,
Pam. Next up on the call sheet, we got Jay the Informant, then there's RW Chi-Town, then there's Jermaine. Next is Jay Dobbins, and then Tony. But some super chats came in.
Let me tell you how I spent a couple hundreds today. I done cut back on that lean, I'm on that him do sick.
I'm Too Fly. Cam jumps in to say that Marvel Token is so on the nose. LOL. Perfect.
Marvel Token featuring Shuri as Black Panther.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Woo, it's been a funny stream. It's been a gut busting stream. This has been a good one.
Yeah, Marvel Token. Yeah.
Right on the nose. Appreciate the two.
Another super.
Count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die, but you can't live without it.
Jermaine just had a concert in Toronto. He had two nights. Not the same venue that Kendrick Lamar was able to sell out, but he had 2 nights. He didn't let Nas down once. What's your favorite J. Cole song? Let Nas Down?
No, Neighbors.
Tony says if they made a Batman movie and made up a character called Bruce Jr., that Bruce Wayne had a baby with Clayface, white people would motherfucking riot. Yeah. It's just if you look at it equality wise, that just would never happen.
It would not.
I don't care if the actor fucking died. It'll be even more bolder than anything I've ever said. Bruce Wayne is Bruce fucking Wayne. Fucking Michael Keaton was fucking just born yesterday. Bruce Wayne from 1939. Fuck.
Shit'll get real toxic. And then suddenly everybody will realize that, like, no, I think the best thing for the business, we got to think about the business, we got to think about the business.
And the actor wasn't a gatekeeper. He wanted what was best for the character. That's why he put so much of his time into the character. And they'll say that at the talk show, get claps and snaps and everything's all hunky-dory. Thank you, Tony, for pointing out that incredible double standard.
Fast forward me 2023. I'm stacking lots of cheese and making money. My grass is really green.
Srirachi says, who owns rights to Robert Townsend's Meteor Man? Doesn't Robert Townsend? No, he probably doesn't. He probably has, because I know that they made a comic book with Marvel. I don't think he owns the rights to it. I also think it's kind of a little bit cheesy. I don't know if it's like. Anyways, no disrespect to it. Who owns the rights? Don't know. Who does? Do you know?
Dear man, that would be.
Yeah.
I would watch that one again.
Meteor Man film rights. According to the first page of Google, it shares the film rights tied to creator Robert Townsend and MGM, who distributed the original movie. While Marvel Comics published the 6-issue promotional comic miniseries tie-in back in '93, the comic licensing agreement expired, leaving underlying film with distribution rights with MGM, now owned by Amazon, and creator control with Townsend. Okay, I guess they got to agree on something if they were able to use the franchise. But we got Children of Blood and Bone, and Tomi Adeyemi owns the book rights and stuff. That's cool. Next up, Jay the Informant. Good day.
Yo, what's up, Al?
You want to talk about Children of Blood and Bone? WB? Maybe you want to give us
He
a take on
cancel. He wants to vent.
Oh yeah, I should vent, but I don't even want to talk about that, man. It was a long way down from that bridge, Nah, but on a serious note, man, we're gonna talk about this Black Panther, man. So Black Panther, I got a couple points I want to get through. So first of all, they bring this guy out of nowhere. He has no backstory or anything like that. I guess he's going to be the child of Black Panther, of course. So my whole thing is, what is his storyline coming in? And then on top of that, looking at the ages of Shuri, M'Baku, and everybody else around him, how are you going to make that work? Now, I did hear you guys say they're going to do like a time jump or something like that for him, or he's going to he can't come from somewhere else because he's already on this planet. But how are they going to age him up? You know what I'm saying? Because you get what I'm saying though.
I understand it, but like you can do anything to age him up because this is fake and there's wizards and everything. So he will be older. Time will pass for him, and time won't pass for them.
I will depart from chill on this. I think the kind of haphazard will just make it happen type of thing works when your universe is healthy. When people are basically shilling the project or product, when nobody really cares about the ins and outs. We're not at that place. Like, they need stronger storytelling. So I do think the how of it matters. I do, at least.
Yeah, and I think that you're on point with that, because like I went to see Spider-Man today, and like literally like I had to wait like 30 minutes because there was already 2 sold out. So I got in to watch it, but it connected to the other stories that were already in Spider-Man. When you brought the Punisher in, it connected. When you brought Hulk in, it connected. Stranger Things girl, she actually connected in the storyline. I would say actually the only thing that was really not in that storyline that connected that much to me was MJ and that Spider-Man friend. But when you look at that story and you look at this this Black Panther, you're bringing him in and he's not connected to anything in the universe, and I think that's going to be a big issue. So people like to see the connections and the emotional investment they put in and all that stuff. So I do think that's an issue with what they're doing. Okay, so my next issue with this guy is that he how do I say this? He looked like he'd been working in the Congo for the last 10 years of his life. Now, I love him in the long walk, you know what I'm saying? But the dude, first of all, he's about as tall as Stuart Little. And then on top of that, he has the face of, like I said, somebody been working in the Congo for the last 10 years.
Not my take.
That's my take. That's my official statement right there. And those are just facts. Those are just facts, man. Y'all can say what y'all want to. And no homo, but Chadwick Boseman, that was a good looking dude, man. So you go from a guy that was clearly like a 9 out of 10, and you just jump into the deep water.
Hey, now putting the number on it, we've gone past pause. Put a number on it.
Okay.
Why only 9 too? Well, what's is it the abs?
Now you gotta tell us why he's not a 10. Tell us why he's not a 10.
Once you get to the 10, you're talking about people like me, so Chadwick, he's just right there below. Then you got this new guy who's obviously in the 2s and 3s. You know what I'm saying? And then the height doesn't help him whatsoever. You know how you get points for the height? He don't get no points. He gets deducted points. So it's tall as Stuart Little, and he doesn't have the I think the thing that brought a lot of women in to see Chadwick. Chadwick Boseman, he played a lot of people. He obviously has that look. We can say it's the it factor. You can call it whatever you want to. The David Hasselhoff, the Denzel Washington. He has that look. Now that's my last thing on that. Is that my last thing? Yeah. Well, like I said, I love him in the long walk, but I don't think he's good here. That's my last thing on that right there. Next thing, they brought in this and they started dumping off good shows like Wonder Man. And they did that on purpose, man.
Yo, we got so many callers that are waiting. Jay.
Okay. They dumped out, so they literally brought him in just to say, okay, let's get the trash can and start throwing everything else out. You know what I'm saying? So they brought him in, and then they got a trash can, started putting out the golden work and putting it in the trash can. So now you got Stuart Little filling up this big plate that Wonder Man brought in. The billions of dollars that the show brought in. Anyway, okay, but we can end right there. We all agree.
No, stay here. Stay right here. Stay right here.
We all agree that he's been probably the most prolific black character in the last 5 decades.
I type Wonder Man in Google, and I go to images, and the first one that we see, the first image is the Caucasian gentleman. Now we still got a lot of other things from the show.
Mountain dweller.
All this 9 hours ago, this post, that post, but the Caucasian is still here. And you know what's gonna happen when the show is canceled and time passes? We're gonna see more of the most relevant Wonder Man pictures continue to be the white guy. He is not representation. This is temporary. This is to satisfy a racial quota for a studio without launching and popularizing authentic black characters. And I don't celebrate it. Neither should you, Jay.
Okay, man. But he could be albino. It could be like an albino. You never know.
He could be albino.
He could be an albino. Hey, last thing, and this is the last thing. You guys are gonna love Spider-Man. There's everything that you've seen in the trailer. That's not enough. Like when you see the Hulk scene and who he's fighting, like besides Spider-Man fights him, but there's somebody else that fights Hulk, and you guys are gonna love it. And I'm telling you, man, like it goes crazy. So you guys are gonna love the movie, man. Like I said, but that's all I want to say.
Hey, I give your call a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
All right, man.
Thank you, Jay, and thank you for always watching. The next one who jumped in is the RW Shaitan. Hey, Shaitan.
What's the deal, y'all? Can you hear me?
We hear you loud and clear.
All good, all good. Yeah, they disappointed us with this one. Yeah, real disappointment.
No, what are you talking about? They got Tucson. They're gonna make lots of money. The audience is gonna be thrilled.
Stop playing with me, Chill.
No, you don't understand. It's a coming of age story that Ryan Coogler wants to tell. He's
Stop playing with me, Chill.
You don't think the movie's gonna be good?
Look, I got time on here. I see how you rushing people. Look, you can't be wasting my time like this.
Yeah, you're right. Go ahead. Yeah,
check
you're
it
right.
out. Check it out.
Speak.
Buddy look like Reggie Jackson. Like I'm like, how did y'all get with him? For real though. If you know the NBA player Reggie Jackson, he looked like him. The average Reggie selling motherfucker on any corner, excuse my language. This blackened, chain smoking. Look, all right, I ain't about to get on that. But look, man, they wild as hell for this one. And man,
what do you think about the way they announced it, though? You know, Comic-Con, all the fans are there, and they
check
chose
it
to
out.
be the last thing.
In that video, that you showed with him saying that, oh, we just found this out 6 months ago. I pretty much found this out 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I posted earlier in the comments to y'all. Y'all didn't see this, but Josh Horowitz, sorry to be saying some other channel, but he got a video from 10 months ago with David Johnson saying Black Panther rumor. That's 10 months ago. Kevin Feige just said this. He learned about this 6 months ago. This motherfucker's lying still. He is still lying.
No.
He cannot stop lying.
That means it's a lie? Doesn't it mean that Ryan Coogler independently did the thing?
Stop playing with me, Chill.
I'm not. I really do mean that. Like it doesn't. There's no contradiction.
I respect you, brother.
It could be rumored, but like the rumors are, you know, he's an actor. He's in Hollywood. He was just in something, and he happens to be black. He could be.
You know what?
That's normal for every. John Boyega gets it.
Hey.
When Cynthia Erivo does something, she could be Storm. It's just normal.
Hey, 10 months ago, the video, you can pull up the video right now. It's not even a long video. It's like 1 minute and 20. But this is like, come on, bro. They got to stop playing with us like this. I mean, you did a good job by canceling Wonder Man. And I wanted to say this as a general statement. Anytime someone says no homo, 10 times out of 10, the next thing you about to say is gay as hell.
Yeah.
See, we open up the phone lines and gay this and gay that. Can we not?
I mean, no disrespect. I'm just saying.
All
I'm
right.
just saying. I'm just saying. But I just want to say this about Children of Blood and Bone, and I'm off. I think I know what happened. I think I know why I think I know why she had these feelings, and I think I know what happened. You know, I think she went backstage and it was raisins and a potato salad. She snapped off after that.
They filmed in
She couldn't go.
Johannesburg.
That was it. That was it. It was raisins and a potato salad. Chill.
They filmed on the continent. There was no raisins.
I don't know what to say to that, man.
They filmed. It was an authentic cuisine. They were in beautiful South Africa.
She clearly had enough. She clearly had enough. But I respect y'all. Peace out to y'all. Respect to Darius. Prayers to him and his family. Respect. All love, y'all.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for always being
Iceman. Iceman. Iceman.
No, hell no. Get him out of here. Get
Iceman.
him out. He's an agent. Get him out of here. That's my Iceman.
Yeah. I'm about to do this right now.
Last time that I checked, I was selling zones in the set. Make $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked.
Jay came back to say caller is drunk. Obviously, Wonder Man forever.
I hate the show, but I respect your love for it, Jay. I respect how much you love Wonder Man.
The fandom of that show is wild. Who's another caller here? So I think we got 3 in here. Let's go to Jamar. Jamar, what was that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Jay Lemire 22.
Jay Lemire.
Yeah, 2 things about Black Panther. I think the one thing that always confused me and watching like Marcus and you yourself, I think you'll understand. It's like the way that Black Panther turned into like a world-renowned phenomenon. I went and saw it 5 times. I paid for every time I went there. I was in Brooklyn. We had Black Panther parties. We had Black Panther parties of where we went to a movie theater and they actually bought like food and drinks and all of that. Then we had like an after party, and then the next day we went. I actually joked that at the rate this is going as far as the Black audience, we might in the future have a Wakanda Con. Like we'll literally have like events in like Jacob Javits Center or huge events where like people come and dressed in Star Wars, just off us alone. We probably would be filling up stadiums dressed in dashikis and everything else and Black Panther costumes. Like Black Panther had its own thing. I remember when it was announced, you had like, I don't know if you ever saw the video of like kindergarten kids was dancing, talking about they had like a Black Panther was coming out. So, and then remember at one point, and correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't it like it was Black Panther that was like 1.3 billion, and the only movies ahead of it was literally Avengers movies. So as far as like solo movies went, Black Panther was literally number 1. And then for me to mess up, it felt like somehow, some way, someone in Disney said, not one character can have all this power. You would think like they're like, oh, this is a money grab. Because like I said, I went 5 times and I had 5 different outfits, and it was like insanity in New York alone. Like, yup. You had like party promoters, because I used to like promote events and stuff. You had party promoters that was like Black Panther parties. And then you literally, as soon as the movie was done, we all went out drinking just to go do it again. The reason why it actually made 1.3 billion, I think, is because most people started going more than once. It became an event. So like, it wasn't just a movie, it was an event. So that's why it's like, as much as I love Ryan, I love him to death for all he's done, it's kind of like, because it feels like because Chadwick passed, he kind of like took control of the character T'Challa. And what he doesn't understand, like I said, this is a character that was made in what, 1966, 67. I have all the like Tennessee Coates issues and like, what's the brother before? Chris something, I'm so sorry. I had all those. Yes, so I read all of them. I read all of them, even the old cartoon that was out. And the thing was that like bothered me the most is we're talking about a character who everyone understood stood toe to toe with Captain America, toe to toe, looked at him eye to eye. Even in the movie, when Captain America was running like 60 miles an hour, who was running next to him? You're gonna take that now, and then all of a sudden, and then the thing is this: you not only in a sense try to ruin Black Panther, but you also ruined Wakanda. This is a place where CIA Everett Ross went, got shot. Shuri took him and was able to remove the bullet. He woke up the next day, every day was fine. So you mean to tell me, as a character, where you were able to remove that bullet, you couldn't have found a cure for the king who actually ate the herb? Bast wouldn't have found a way to actually remove that cancer from him. So he just died and there was no answer, no nothing. And then the thing that we actually celebrated, you turned it into like a death kind of thing. Why is that every time our character has to suffer and die? And then if you're going to do all of that, at least let Queen Ramonda live. You kill her off too. Like
Who
for
dies
no
in this one?
reason.
Hey, does Shuri die in this next one because she didn't want to take the shot? Like, what's going on?
He gonna
That's right.
He a sicko. If he kills Shuri in the next one, he's a sicko. There's something wrong with him.
Yeah, it seems like we're being punished. And then real quick, two things, because I know you got other callers behind. If this is where I made a big argument, and most of my homeboys, you know who would have been in the crowd screaming if somebody made Damian Wayne the new Batman? It wouldn't just be white people. It'd be us. Black people, most of us, when we were 5-year-olds, it was either Peter Parker, Clark Kent, or Bruce Wayne. And we all understood that the man themselves is just as important as the character itself.
Yeah.
This is the argument. Like, there is no Black Panther without T'Challa.
Just
You
as
have to
important
have
as the
T'Challa.
alias, just like
Right.
the human being known as T'Challa is to Black Panther what Clark Kent is to Superman.
And that's the point I was making as far as his intelligence. Because remember, in the comic books that we've read, who's the only two people that's just as intelligent as him? Tony Stark and Reed Richards. Any kind of and you would say Victor Von Doom. In all those rooms, he's there. And then, I don't know if people have read all the comic books, but we all know a character that had all the Infinity Stones. It wasn't just Thanos. There was someone else who actually manned that glove as well.
And in
T'Challa.
Secret Wars will have
Secret
a
Wars.
variant of T'Challa. It's just not going to be the T'Challa that sticks around. It's going to be Toussaint in the Black Panther movie. But when it comes to Secret Wars, all these universes, the world's going crazy. What? Who's that coming out the smoke? It's T'Challa. Maybe Dancing Ninjas. Who knows? Maybe it's just the guy
With the gauntlet.
And he'll have the
With
gauntlet,
the
do all the
gauntlet.
fancy, great things. You feel special, feel happy. He's not lasting though. But you got your T'Challa, guys. Yeah, we recasted, sure did. Check us out. What I think though, what I think though, that if they do that, which I very much believe will happen, when T'Challa shows up in Secret Wars, that's gonna be such an amazing feat. By comparison, now we're getting the child again. Like, it's a bad move. People are gonna be like, "Ooh, what a difference! What a stark difference! I don't want to pay my full price of a movie ticket to see Black Panther 3. I'll wait till streaming because they're doing the child." I know what a good dosage, what a heavy plate meal, a heavy breakfast meal is, and that was the T'Challa I just saw at Secret Wars with the Infinity Gauntlet, or whatever spectacular thing he does with the Ludwig Göransson music. And then they're gonna go to the T'Challa and go, we can wait on this one. How about we just saw Ghost Rider? We don't need to see this one.
And right. And then what makes the T'Challa situation even worse? What makes the T'Challa situation even worse is that you can't necessarily nerf him. I'm American, but I'm of Haitian descent. If you're gonna name him Toussaint, you named him after Toussaint Louverture, who basically is the head person that gave that Haiti had the revolution. So you can't nerf him. He literally has to be arrogant as his father. Because let's be for real, T'Challa was arrogant. This nerf version of him, even Chadwick to an extent. Like, when you actually read the comic books, Toussaint cared about nobody. He literally was like, yo, we are isolated. We are Wakanda. That's it. But then even to an extent like that. And then I heard some foolishness of they might actually make Toussaint get together with Storm. I was like, I'm going to throw tomatoes. if you do that, I'm gonna throw tomatoes. Because you wouldn't make Damian Wayne get with Selena Kyle. You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it.
They're not gonna call him Toussaint though. They're gonna call him T'Challa the whole time. That's gonna make
Right.
it easy to swallow.
Right.
That is some of the most gaslighting shit. Like I was saying it jokingly on Sunday, but like it's the most maddening thing. So you mean to tell me that damn Shuri, right? Damn the fact that he's from Haiti, damn his mother, and what's Lupita's character right now? I can't even what is her name? Nakia. Damn Nakia, right? Damn any of the constant reminders that this man is not the actual T'Challa. It's fine because we'll just call him T'Challa. So then I'm dumb. So we're all dumb. We're stupid then.
No,
right?
There are
Because
child acceptors who are always gonna accept that.
no. There's no accepting it. You cannot accept that Shuri exists and then put yourself into this pretzel and say that that's T'Challa. That's his auntie. It's not his sister.
No,
The
Shuri's gonna
Lupita is
even
his
she's gonna say it.
mother.
She's gonna say, "Brother, you did well. It's a slip of the tongue." That's what they're gonna say that.
Right, which is an acknowledgement that he's not him.
Oh yeah. They don't want to acknowledge it. She'll just say, "Brother," you know.
There's no way of getting around this. As long as she exists, as long as his mother exists, as long as Haiti exists, none of his you can't. No, but just call him T'Challa so it'll make it work.
Hey, are Haitians gonna be vexed? Are Haitians gonna be upset that Toussaint, legendary name, homage? Yeah, it was great to call him Toussaint. If they just stop calling him Toussaint, or you guys want to hear your Toussaint? You guys want to hear the representation? Like, no.
Most of us who are fans of T'Challa would rather he just stay Toussaint. Let him be Toussaint, son of T'Challa. He can't be. He's not T'Challa. He's not at all. In fact, even at the end, we got excited, like, "Oh wow, you referenced us," but it's always been T'Challa. Like if T'Challa's been around, I'm about to turn 50. Black Panther was one of my favorite characters since I was 5 years old. So for me, for Ryan, to his, well, I wouldn't even say to his credit, for him he created a whole new character. Like that's a whole new character. That's not T'Challa. You're not your father. The same way T'Chaka was a whole different person. There's a reason why you have that. And then the thing that is annoying as well is that, does that mean we go through like another growth arc? He's going to be a young person. He's not even going to be like Illuminati T'Challa when that all comes around. He's going to be a young dude going through like a Peter Parker kind of situation where Tony Stark is going to have to teach him, instead of him being literally intelligent and equal to everyone else, he's going to kind of be like a student or Padawan to everyone. And we got to go through that again.
Yeah, in the beginning, and then the franchise will be so successful, and you'll have Black Panther 4, 5, and 6, and 7. Those are the ones when you get to Black Panther 8 are the ones where he gets to be the general.
Ain't gonna be no Black Panther 8.
No, Black Panther 3 is gonna make a lot of money. Black Panther 3 is gonna be so successful, guys. Okay, Jay Lemire, I asked you the Toussaint question. Actually, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
We separate the two. He's not T'Challa. He's his own person. We're okay if you build him to, because now is you have two characters built in him. You have T'Challa and you have Toussaint Louverture. We don't want him to be nerfed as far as his intelligence and his war skills. I think this boy is going to be nerfed. I think they're going to nerf Dan Johnson. They're going to treat him like he's like following everyone else. I don't think but he is the kind of actor, if you do give him the chance to be that arrogant stuff, but it still have to be Toussaint to me. He's not T'Challa. He's not. He's Damian Wayne to me.
Is hashtag
he's Miles Morales to an extent, but at least with Miles Morales, you've built an arc with Miles Morales so much that now he has his own lane with Peter. He's not replacing Peter. He's his own person. Just like you have some others that actually takes the tutelage as well, but he's not going to. You can't tell me that that's going to be your version of T'Challa, because God forbid, because of course, it was said that both Chad Boseman died, but you killed T'Challa as well. That made me feel like we got punished, like because Chad died, we had to go through death twice. Whereas Heath Ledger, who I think is the greatest Joker of all time, you still get Jokers after him. Hell,
Balin's
to
skull
keep
from
it
Star
real,
Wars.
Christopher Reeves literally got injured and passed away, and we have 2 Supermen after him. 3. I'm sorry, 3.
Yeah. There's a lot more examples that are within universes. So,
Yeah.
Ahsoka, Balin's skull. We got Thunderbolt Ross who died. We have,
Right.
We have James Bond. Wait, did they know that actor died? I can't remember. But there's other examples that they're just slipping my mind. But there's definitely a lot to talk to point towards. Okay, when it comes to recasts and deaths and insensitivities and all that stuff. And then go to Derek Boseman, the one who is most
Exactly. When you said
the
that, go
most
ahead. Sorry.
reason to be sensitive, and he's saying he should recast because he understands the power of representation, and he says basically that Chadwick Boseman would want this. So what are we doing here? Why are we embracing? Why are we taking a emotion for him and then misrepresenting him as some guy who would want T'Challa not to be around? Do actors say that shit? Do actors say
That is so
when
sick, too.
I'm done, there better not be anyone play Harley Quinn? I never heard Margot Robbie say that. I literally saw her on an interview saying the opposite. Literally saw Robert Downey Jr. saying that to Howard Stern. I think Hugh Jackman said it when he was gonna be done.
Showing my age, that's like they're saying Shaka Zulu when he said there could only be one Shaka. Like Chadwick said there could only be one T'Challa, that's me. That didn't happen.
No,
He
we will
literally
not.
said it. His brother said it.
Yeah, we will not immortalize Chadwick Boseman as a gatekeeper over here in Recast T'Challa. Is Recast T'Challa over?
I don't think so. I don't, but I feel because of the fact, like, I don't know how Ryan got like exclusive rights to the character, because that's what it sounds like. And because he emotionally doesn't want to let go, we're stuck. But I would hope that even when because he's gonna move on. He's literally the Christopher Nolan, Quentin Tarantino. He's at that level. He's gonna move on. And when he moves on, I hope they'll open it to other directors that'll come and then they recast it from there.
Yeah, but
Now,
so much
hopefully
damage.
within my 50s, this happens. You know?
Yeah, right. So much damage has been done. But yo, if it makes you feel better, other generations are only gonna get one Black Panther too, because godly. Thank you for being here. Any last words?
No, just enjoy it. I've been following you since the whole recast T'Challa thing. I got to know both of you guys, so it's been anything. And Marcus, you're freaking hilarious. I thought there was something. I remember there's something you were talking about. You said I don't remember, but you always make me laugh, especially you saying you're gonna take the villain arc. I'm waiting because I've seen what you say as a hero. So you as a villain's only gonna be more hilarious. So just know you got people waiting, and you got soldiers with you, and trilogy crew as well. Definitely.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Next up is we got Jay Dobbins, and then we got Tony Suede. Hello, Jay.
Hey, what's up? What's up, guys? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you better not be like the other Jay, and you better not like Wonder Man.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't seen Wonder Man. I mean,
you haven't.
You know, I've been busy. Well, I've been busy. Well, I've been busy with work. You know, trying to get my YouTube channel up off the ground. I'm also been working on my podcast, so I never have time to watch anything Disney Plus related. The last thing I saw on Disney Plus was Daredevil season 2, Daredevil Born Again season 2. So that's pretty much it.
The child is in it. This is it. The child experiment is going to be tried. It's going to be exercised, and I want to know.
It's not. It's going to fail. To be honest with you, we're talking epic fail. I mean, I would say. I mean, I want to say mega bomb, but to be honest with you, I mean, this movie's not going to be $1 billion movie at all.
No.
I mean, if Ryan Coogler thinks it is, I mean, he's freaking delusional, pretty much. I mean, like
there'll be signs.
You're telling me, I mean, like you say, right now, because a lot of people's like, oh, this movie's gonna be $1 billion movie. I'm like, okay, we'll see, because right now, you know, everybody's thinking that okay, you know, it might make another $800 million, or to be honest with you, I think I'm gonna give it a 50-50. It's probably gonna make like at least another 800 million, or it's gonna flop. You know, and on top of that, one thing, okay, because I had an argument with a friend of mine who actually knows Ryan Coogler, and and he's telling me that
Hey,
okay,
I got one of
obviously,
those too. Okay, I got one of those too. A friend of a friend who knows Ryan Coogler still. Just
right?
saying. I'm just saying.
And they're like, so my friend's like, oh, you don't. He's like, well, you don't understand what Ryan Coogler's going through. And I'm like, well, maybe not, but one thing I know for sure, he's got one thing I know for sure is that he's caught in his feelings. I get it. Chadwick Boseman was your friend, or was he? I kind of question that sometimes because
I don't want to do that. I don't want to get personal with Coogler though. I feel like that's the way that they can go. Do you see these guys on this YouTube stream and the way that the angles that they take? I think it's dangerous. I think stick to the fictional.
Okay. Well, okay. Then I'm okay. Well, I'm gonna stop on that part then. But
no, don't let me
so I'm
censor
gonna
you
stop.
either. As long as you're not swearing, go ahead.
Hey, okay. I get. Okay, I'm not trying to get y'all, canceled or nothing like that. But one thing, his brothers, Kevin, Derek, they all came out and said that, oh, Chadwick would have wanted the character, the character to be recast. But and on top of that, Chadwick's niece said the exact same thing. So you're telling me that these people came out and said that, okay, that's what he would have wanted. You have, I guess, Coogler fans saying that, oh, he didn't say that. And I'm thinking, like, how would you know? I mean, like, how would you know if he? Because I believe it. I believe that he told his brothers that, hey, he would have wanted that. And he's trying, and yet Kevin and Derek are trying to tell everyone that, oh, this is what he would have wanted. But instead, it's being ignored. So that's why I'm just kind of like, so now I'm kind of wondering, like why, if you know that this is what he wanted and his relatives are telling you this, why aren't you listening? That's one thing I don't. That's one thing I don't understand. And and of course they're talking about honoring his legacy.
Yeah, they're honoring.
That's what they're saying. But see, the only way to honor someone's legacy is by continuing their work.
No, it's by ignoring what their family says that they want. That's how you continue on.
Well, I mean, and for them, yes, but in reality, that's what it is. That's what it's supposed to be. And and we can get all these Batmans, we can get all these Spider-Mans, we can get all these, Supermans. We even got we had 2 actors. Well, actually, technically 3 actors playing Blade if you count Mahershala Ali, because the second actor did a live version of Blade with Sticky Fingers. The Blade series on Spike TV.
Series. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if that channel's still on or not. Spike TV, but yeah,
it's Paramount now. It turned into it's Paramount.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm just saying, you have more than one Blade, you have more than one Hulk. Because you had, I can't remember the guy's name who played the '70s Hulk. But then after him, you had Eric Bana, and then you had Edward Norton, and now you have Mark Ruffalo.
That's a lead character who got recast.
Well, yeah, I'm saying, Edward Norton was recast.
It doesn't make sense. You're not going to make it make sense, and there's nothing they can do. They could try to do you read comic books?
Yes.
So they could try to make a comic book with the child, and I'm sure the first appearance will do numbers, but then issue 2 and 3 and 4 will stink, and that's just the way it is.
Right.
Are you afraid they'll do it? Are you afraid they'll do it to the child in the comic books? They'll actually have.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did do that.
I see it.
Because okay. So T'Challa got killed off in Marvel Zombies, pretty much.
Yeah.
And Christopher Judge played. Oh, actually, he voiced the Black Panther in the Avengers game, but not as T'Challa, but as T'Challa's grandfather, I believe. And then, of course, I guess he was killed off on that Toko game or whatever. I heard about that. Tokon, what was that game? That video game?
Marvel
Token.
Token.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Marvel Token. I heard he was killed off in that. And I'm just like, what? Y'all, it's like they're just trying to erase. And then, of course, X-Men '97. You got King T'Chaka. I'm like, what? Like,
Yeah.
okay, so it's like they just erasing him. I mean, right now, because I saw footage of San Diego Comic Con with the David Johnson. When I saw that, I was just kind of like, wow. I just put my hand over my face, and I was just kind of like, wow. I mean, the Taps track was pretty much in my brain. You know what I'm talking about? The like when for fallen soldiers and stuff like that, you had to do the salute. I mean, that's how I felt, man. When they
Tap.
announced him, it's like Tap. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that. I was just kind of like, wow. Because I was just like, are you kidding me? I mean, he looks like the type of guy that apologizes after sneezing.
You guys are so good at this. Wow. Okay.
Like, and then on top of that, he looks like an actual cartoon character. You know, it's kind of like you telling me that that's going to be the face of the
Yes.
Damson Idris, and Aldous Hodge were perfect. I mean, I was really rooting for Aldous Hodge, to be honest with you, but I was like, you know what, I can work with, Damson Idris as well. You know,
But yeah,
they
but
can
he
make
couldn't work with Toussaint, and that's probably why he wasn't the one selected. He wanted T'Challa.
exactly. That's what I'm saying, and so did Aldous Hodge. And I'm thinking, like, dude, you're telling me that we're in the multiverse saga and we can't do a variant?
Yep.
You did like 2 different variants for Spider-Man No Way Home. But see, the thing about Ryan Coogler, he just does his own thing. You know, he's like he obviously does not follow the source material. He does not understand the character. And one thing I never understood is that, okay, I saw Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which I kind of cursed the day. I pretty much cursed the day I did, to be honest with you. Watch that. But you tell, like, in the funeral, there was not a single Avenger that attended.
No,
That's
that'd
one
be
thing
too
I noticed.
expensive to do for the amount of resources we're going to allocate to this film here. So the resources will just go somewhere else. Don't worry about it. Can't get those actors.
And then I asked myself, like, okay, since we're in the multiverse saga, you would. I was hoping in there was a post credit or after credit where a T'Challa variant came from a different portal, and then he takes off his helmet and he's like, okay, where am I? See, I was hoping that Shuri would discover the multiverse at some point.
Nah,
and
what
they
you're
all
gonna get is a good old story about the child growing up, and Ryan is capable of doing the story. And I'm telling you, it could be a good movie. I just don't want to fund the erasure of an important character.
Right. I mean, and I understand, but see, the thing is, okay, this is what Chadwick Boseman said before he passed away. He said that the character was bigger than him, and he wanted everyone to see the character and not him. And if anyone saw him and not the character, then he himself failed as an actor.
When did he say that?
I believe that this was like in a group interview.
Where was Ryan when he said that? In the group?
It wasn't Ryan. It was Denai Guerrera, and I think it was Letitia Wright that were right with him.
Oh.
Was it it was the Sway interview?
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look for that. I'll look and see if I can
And then,
find it.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, so now you kind of wonder, did he fail as an actor? You know, some people say, oh, he didn't fail as an actor. I was like, but are you sure? Because, I mean, I saw the character, not him. I was aware that he played the character, but I was more focused on the character.
You're spitting.
Not Chadwick Boseman. You know? And another thing, too, this is what I've been trying to get the black community to understand, is that, okay, Chadwick is not T'Challa. He just played the character. Like, you have to separate reality from fiction. Like, Christopher Reeve broke his neck or broke his back and was paralyzed. Oh, did Superman get paralyzed?
No.
You got a broken back? Hell no. I mean, Adam West died, and yet, you know, we have actors still playing Batman.
Yeah, but Kevin David says people will not accept nobody else playing T'Challa but Chadwick Boseman. Look at Captain America recast, led by Anthony Mackie. Bomb at the box office. See, Kevin's got points. Jay.
No,
Okay.
they made another
And that's,
movie.
well, okay, that's fine. I mean, their message is loud and clear. However, what if the movie's not successful? Then what? I mean, I'm not saying that Ryan Coogler is going to lose his job. I'm not saying that. But one thing I know for sure, when the shit hits the fan, I don't think anybody's going to be standing next to him. I don't even think Feige is going to be standing next to him.
Namor already lost his job, so the most casualty that will happen have already happened.
Right. So I'm just saying that I know there's going to be, there's going to be some issues for sure. And I'm not saying that he's going to lose his job as a director or whatever, but they might pause the franchise. I mean, because they'll be like, wait a minute, we lost this much money, and I'm thinking like, hey, they should have recast, because if they had recast the T'Challa for the second Black Panther film, I mean, the movie probably would have made $1 billion or double that, because everybody would have been curious. Like, okay, let's see what this guy's about, But the thing is, I feel like the only way that the characters a character like T'Challa will be recast is probably over their dead bodies, pretty much.
Yeah, no, you're right. The guy who's in charge right now, Coogler, maybe even Feige too, and they're not doing it. They've made their decision, so that's why it won't happen.
Of course, they made the decision. So
that's it. And when they're gone, though, the new executives will have no problem with using T'Challa, which is why this is such infuriating stuff to see that the next decade or however long, it's gonna just not have T'Challa. And no matter how many resources you put into elevating the child, calling him T'Challa, and no matter how important you make it, all you're doing is splitting the fan base. All you're doing is allowing fans to go, I love T'Challa, but I can't wait for him to die because when the son comes, that was the kid. I grew up on the T'Challa, and so kids in 40 years are gonna be like, I grew up on the T'Challa, and you can't wait for T'Challa to die because that's how. It's just stupid. There's no benefit to this in the long term, and Bruce Wayne has this huge head start, and doing the Toussaint detour is destructive.
It's also
and that's the thing. I don't think. I'll be honest with you. I don't think Ryan Coogler cares.
No,
that
I don't think.
he's of course he doesn't care, And then you kind of like, because, and I asked myself, if Chadwick Boseman actually talked to Ryan Coogler and told him that he would have wanted the character to be recast, would he have listened or would he have ignored it? That's what I'm kind of wondering. Sometimes I wonder. We obviously would never know, but he's kind of like, you'd be like, okay, if he was really your friend, if he told you that he would have wanted he's dying, he would have wanted the character to be recasted, would you?
You're still there. I just wanted to see if those were what was behind you. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, all right, but yeah, I'm just kind of like, all right,
yeah, weird.
Would he have listened to him? What's that?
He said I was being weird for enlarging your camera. I thought you had long boxes behind you. Maybe you didn't. So sorry.
I'm a manager at Jimmy John's.
Yeah, he's working. Hey.
We closed now. We closed now, so that's why I'm on.
So if I'm ever in we're California, I'll go to Jimmy John's.
I'm in Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City, Missouri. Okay, right over there.
So.
So
So
detour.
I'm just. What's that?
I said I'm sorry to detour, but yeah, I wanted to see what was behind you, Jay. Jay, I thank you for being here for this call. I'm gonna go to the next guy. Any
by the way, I just want. I'm gonna say that besides, I really wish that Stan Lee and Jack Kirby were allowed to see this. Because they would be pissed off. And also the Black Panther comics and the graphic novels, anything with a T'Challa character like T'Challa, the graphic novels and the comic books I've collected throughout since I was 11. Those are the only things that are giving me comfort, pretty much. So, you know, since we only gonna get one T'Challa, you know.
Get ready for those Toussaint comic books.
Shit, I'm not buying them. I'm not even gonna look at them.
Pre-order Toussaint.
So, yeah, good luck with that. I mean, but yeah, good luck to Brian Coogler. I mean, well, he's probably gonna need it though, but yeah.
Thank you, Jay, for jumping in on here.
Oh,
Let's
anytime, man. It's an honor to talk. It's an honor to talk to you guys, and I love y'all. I love y'all channels, man.
Thanks, man.
I'll continue to watch y'all.
Appreciate it. Tony Suede, hey.
Hey, what's up? Y'all hear me okay?
Yes,
sir.
All right, then boom. Yeah, look. I've been I'm probably later than everybody else. But the first recast of T'Challa, I was like, oh yeah, look, these my people. I found my tribe. You hear me? Look. Yeah, look, y'all, I didn't even know we had a name or a place to go. Now I feel like home. But yeah, look, but I'm 40. Like, I'm old, so I'm still on Facebook.
Now the other ones were 50. You're good. You're one of our young callers today.
In young people years, look, I know I'm old because I'm still on Facebook and I'm still learning other stuff, and I just refuse. You know, it's like, you know how I go. But anyway, like, and I've been noticing I'm the biggest conspiracy theorist. First off, everybody up here, I heard what everybody said, and I agree with like 95% of like. I noticed too. I thought I was going crazy too. Everybody was like, "Oh, you know, you play in Marvel Rivals," and you like, "Oh, the hell up! Why Storm and Black Panther ain't got a team up movie?" And they just got it, like maybe 2 weeks ago. And then they was like, "Oh, Marvel Tokun, this is kind of like a cool game." Oh, what to tell it? Oh, they done put Shuri on there like she been. Like they've been diehard comic book fans, like she was the main Panther, and like, to be honest, they ain't even the same Shuri that was in the comic book. The Shuri in the comic book was a snooty little sister, and then like T'Challa was smart. He made shadow physics. He combined magic and science and whooped Dr. Doom ass. He had the Infinity Gauntlet from a whole different universe. He came in stomping shit, like, and they just took all his like accolades and spread them out. Like, now everybody got vibranium. You get vibranium. You get vibranium. They're like everybody giving y'all willy nilly to people that don't deserve it. And even in that Anthony Mackie, the reason why he fulfilled that role so well is because in the comic book, look. Falcon was a coon. He was a good coon, though. He was just, that's why he was so cool with Captain America. He was a good boy. Like, even in the crew, like, we didn't respect him. Like, you know, we just be like, oh, you a do boy. Go back over there. Look, that's your role. Like, you know, Luke Cage knew it. Everybody knew it. It's just like that was his role. That's why. And he didn't like Chadwick. I'm talking about the actor now. And I mess with the actor. Because the actor, like, you know, he was in with some of my favorite early movies. Like, you know, even with his funny looking face, he was with the what's that fine lady name? Where he got all the women pregnant.
Oh, you talking about She Hates Me?
Oh, She Hates Me. Yeah, look, that was an underground flick.
Washington.
Yeah, Kerry Washington, boy, that was an undercover flick. You had it like that was back in DVD days. That was a good movie.
Yes, sir.
But the fact that he was like, "Oh man, we don't need an all black cast." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, this is Black Panther. Look, it's supposed to be dang near everybody, you know." And then, and I don't know if y'all know this, but like everything, like y'all say, like online. I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I know his agent. Man, them agents were coming out the woodwork. Like they've been I think they've been preemptively trying to strike us before we even could say what's really going on. They was like, well, y'all just don't want him because he's not foundational Black American. Y'all just don't want him because he's from over here. I'm like,
Oh, I think I know what you mean. You mean that they want the loudest, they meaning the people who want this to go off without a hitch and kill T'Challa and
Exactly. They
so
was
they
out there.
want
Y'all just don't like him because he did gay role. I'm like, look, after they made Tom Holland get savagely manhandled in a movie, I was like, oh, y'all don't care about nobody no more. It don't matter. But that I could overlook that. But when they were like just coming up with just random stuff, y'all just don't like him because he this. And no lie, look, some people got some credence, and I'm a short, medium, ugly guy myself, so I can't really talk.
What are you out of 10?
Where I'm at, I don't know. Like when I was younger in 20, I used to work out a lot. You couldn't tell me I wasn't an 8. You couldn't tell me. I had my hair. You hear me? Now I just got the beard, and I gained weight, so I'm like maybe a good 5, a strong 6, maybe. But that depends on what I eat. You know, it depends. But it's like, man. But now when you look at all those, like the games, y'all erase them out the games. Y'all erase. And then, because I'm a Batman fan at heart, I'm playing DC Universe online, and I see this dude, this guy, we talking. I'm like, yeah, man, I wanted to come up with a cat character. I'm like, that sounds cool, man. You use gadgets? Oh, man, that's cool. And he said, this was a long time ago. He was telling me, it's a real character. I'm like, no cap. Tell me more. He said, and then this how he knew he got me. Cause I talk like I'm from Memphis. I was like, man, you look, that's what's up. He said, and he black. I was like, oh, I'm sold. I gotta research this guy. And then I'm like, oh, it's just like Batman, but better. Cause he got more money and he take care of a whole country. See, Batman just got a city. He got a whole country. It don't matter if he the ruler or not. He still like the Panther. He's just doing one job. He ain't got to elect. He taking over anyway. He doing him. So that's why when somebody be like, it happened in the comments. Well, Sherry and then Sherry was the Black Panther. And I'm like, shut up. You don't know. You never picked up one in your life. You just quoting what somebody else told you. And look, and I hope they paying y'all enough, because them folks, they come out the woodwork and they were like, well, it shouldn't matter where it is, or this, or in the comics. I'm like, man, you say in the comics one more time, you don't own one. You don't own one. Sure wasn't even Panther that long, and he was still living. Look, then they tried to kill T'Challa, but not make him Lord of the Dead. You just want him to be dead.
Yes.
Not Lord of the Dead. He's just dead. And then, like y'all said, you can't honor, you can't pee on my back and tell me it's right. So y'all say y'all honoring legacy, but y'all trying to forget everything the man said. And this man had prophetic visions about becoming the Black Panther. And let's just not say his brothers and stuff didn't speak up for him. If you listen to his interviews, he told you what he thought because somebody gave him a chance. This is something he would never deny for somebody else. That's why I say he ain't no gatekeeper. His personality wouldn't allow him to gatekeep. And I'm tired of them profiting off this man's death for 3 movies. You need to stop. And then y'all killed him, and y'all couldn't even let the man live in animation. And then you done gave him, like, y'all mix match him and put him with Star-Lord or something. It's not Black Panther then. It's somebody else. And then they just won't let us be great. They don't want us to be with Storm. They made us a baby daddy that's dead. And then made our illegitimate son with somebody that's a bad guy in the comic. Not even on no Storm bad guy. But one-off. Then I knew the jig was up when they kept hiring anybody that could be potential T'Challa's. They hired him off in these one-off jobs and shit. They gave him Kane. Like, who cares about Kane? And ain't nobody I don't care what none of y'all say. None of y'all want to. Y'all didn't even know who Marvel Man was or whatever. Wonder Man, whatever. Y'all
Wonder
didn't
Man.
know. You didn't. Y'all didn't know. Look, even in the comics, they just took his brain, put it in the robot, threw the rest away, because that was all that was needed. There wasn't nobody else studying the rest of it. That was the only part, and nobody cares about that part. It's just a lot, and y'all, they're doing a lot to take away, like the one hero that I wanted to, bestow upon my son, because I got a fan like love with Batman just because I grew up. If I known about Black Panther, I would have been all the way Black Panther. But because I grew up earlier, Adam West Batman. But look, I had a whole room dedicated just to Black Panther and Storm. Like one half together, even the ones where they took over for the Fantastic Four for a minute, and those were good comics, and just the iterations from the cartoon, the short-lived cartoon where they had Digimon doing the voice or whatever, however you say it.
You said Digimon. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
The actor Jimon Hansu.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I love them. I was like, man, then y'all doing this right now. Then y'all just don't. It's like he said, Stan Lee was living right now. He'd even stand up and be like, nah, y'all tripping.
So they're watching right now. They're listening. They're like, how do we get away? They're watching. No, they're watching. Right, they're tuned in. It's in the Pacific time zone. It's not even midnight yet over there.
Yeah, but they got agents everywhere.
Explain to them.
They just reported back. They don't care.
Tell them why you can't get along with. Well, if Tucson does everything T'Challa's supposed to do, we can still fulfill the T'Challa of all of it. Tell them why you don't accept it.
Because one, it's a made up BS. Two, if you're gonna make up BS, like Harley Quinn was made in the cartoon,
right?
And then she became real. Now, just so happened that was a good character. That's what caused her to be real. But when you do something nefariously, that means in pure evil intent. For those who don't know, and that's like, then that's what they're doing it for. So you killed the child, made him a baby daddy, and you trying to start a whole nother. You trying to break up his whole history of Storm. And I ain't gonna talk about, because I know one dude shouted out Coach. I don't preach about nobody that spoke against reparations and wrote a book and saying why we ain't supposed to get it. And then Marvel hired him, who never wrote a comic book in his life. They hired him as a writer. Oh. And I think I'm supposed to let it slide. Like, no. Like I don't know what's going on. But look, it had some cool covers. I ain't gonna lie. One with the red, black, and green. Like, I hate
Alex Ross, but yeah, we ain't gotta talk about homie. We already know Voldemort can go kick rocks.
Yeah, exactly. But that was like, man, look, and when I had seen some of those, I was like, oh, 50. Like they really want you to forget that he married Storm, and then they tried to make him a woman beater, and then just like he all on concubines and stuff like that. And look, they tried their best. But us to know that no, like even when you had funerals or weddings, everybody in Marvel shows up. And Coogler don't care. He a dude from Compton or LA or whatever. You can hear this accent. He don't read comic book. He don't care. He just being a dude boy. He getting a check. And Feige say, do this. He be like, all right, I got you, sir.
Hey, that's a good voice.
All right, I got you, sir, just like
yeah, just look. All right, cool. I ain't with them nerds. You hear me? He talk like he from over there. Then he go out there and give a speech. I'm like, and get his check, which good for him. But bruh, some of us care about it. Some of us, this all we got, and you destroying Wakanda. And that's their end goal. They just want to, because when you ever talk with the racists online or the fake supremacists, they like, you think Wakanda's real. That's the first thing they say. You think Wakanda real.
Mm-hmm.
And because some of us, and believe it or not, it can be. What is it? Advanced technology, a bunch of people loving each other, and ain't even about that. And we organized, and we say, hey, if you gonna fight, look, get in there little circle, and then hash it out, and then we still cool after. We'll politic later, and that's it. But they won't even let us have that. They gotta break it. They gotta say, oh no. And then I hate to say it, I know the Haitian people love the name and the shout out, but them people took maybe one book, flipped through it, didn't read a page, and pointed at a name and said, let's name them Toussaint. That's the last you gonna see them. They ain't don't care about that. They ain't gonna make them strong. They gonna be like, he gonna be the first time we see Blade, T'Challa Jr. might be kissing him. They gonna be tongue kissed. I hate to say.
What is it with like this today's call-ins and the gay?
I'm just saying, but that's the way the world works. Like they only want Captain Do-Rags, or if you kiss this on screen, which some of my people like, I got plenty of gay friends. Like some of my heroes were gay. James Baldwin, he spoke up. And he liked penis. Ain't nothing wrong with
I
him.
could redirect this conversation without. You said something about I found my tribe. There are plenty of people talking about this thing. I saw the Spoiler Kings do a couple videos on it this week, yesterday, and the few days before. And Brian wasn't too happy. I put it in the chat right now, actually, if you guys want to watch them. That video. They're probably live right now too. Now that I think of it.
But I think they said it's like planned obsolescence. Like they play both sides of the argument all the time, and then they set up like, hey, y'all gonna do this. You're gonna give us a little pushback. You're gonna go online. You're gonna say this, and then Ryan Coogler gonna be like, nah, cuz I'm doing it my way.
Hey,
and it's over with. Before it started. It's gonna be over with. But yeah, I appreciate y'all, man, giving me sharing the platform with me. And I had a bunch of stuff listed there. I'm like, man, I'm gonna talk about this. I'm gonna talk about this. I'm gonna talk about this. But every time somebody got up, I was like, dang, they're gonna win I thought I was by myself on that. They were like talking about, especially I can't even enjoy a video game. I'm not playing Marvel Pokemon or whatever. I can't play because I already know what's up. I didn't buy Marvel Avengers until the game was dead. And they released Black Panther. They were like, all right, here you go. Get Black Panther. I was like, good. I could pay my money now. And now I could play. And that was about the game was almost over with. Then they were like, because they started off, everybody had weird character voices and shit like that. And then they just started like giving some people like stuff from the movies. And when they released Black Panther, that's the only character I play. I don't care. They be like, switch over. No, you switch over. I'm staying here.
That's your main.
Yeah, that look, not even a main. It's a way of life. It's like boom. I'm Black Panther. I'm Batman. It don't matter. Pick one.
I was like that with Smash Brothers with Kirby.
Oh, look, that's my guy too. I hit him with that Kirby bomb. Look. I'm not even a good player, but I'll swallow him up, Paul, and I hit him with that Kirby bomb, and it's over with. They're going down. Like I might catch a Pikachu or Mario slipping, and
He's not a good one.
Oh, look, when you play against, like I had just so happened he was Asian. Like an Asian friend, Steve, he picked Pikachu and light your ass up. Like he could have been tournament worthy. That man, and he timed his lightning bolts perfectly. Like he'll be on set first part of the stage. You think you good up top, he'll time it and hit you out of nowhere, and then it's over with.
Why was it relevant to the story to tell us that why was it relevant to the story to tell us that your friend Steve was Asian?
Because it was Pikachu and he was a good friend. Like, I love going there. They own a nail shop in the mall, and I wanted to be like my friend Keith. And Keith worked at Funko Land when it was Funko Land. Now, game, I'm really telling my age.
Yeah,
we went over to Steve's house, man. I'm like, man, y'all got the new Oreos. Y'all got a room made of glass. I'm like, y'all doing good. And then we just played Super Smash Brothers all day, and until 3 in the morning. I got in trouble with my grandma, and it was the best time of my life right there. Some of them.
We're just trying to recreate that, and that's why we're a fan of superhero shit. Like, it does bring us back to our childhood, right? It helps us imagine, and then the cool shit.
Yep. And inspired. Look, I'm a cable guy. That's the closest I'm gonna get to. I like to think I'm a Black Panther or Indiana Jones when I'm dusting off old cable boxes or finding stuff or using my technology. I use my own shadow sign because it's energy and it's going through fiber optic, and I'll be like, oh, it's all RF signal. So that's the way I relate. But at the same time, I appreciate y'all for listening to my grievances. And and keep doing what y'all doing, like spread the word, and even if we got I know we got a bunch of nerds in here, we all got different gifts. If we gotta pool our money together. Now I know y'all trashed me when I said this comment earlier, but I'm bringing it back. Pool our money together, just like we got children of blood and bone. Look, we need to throw our money at whatever his name, Anthony Fuqua or whatever, and tell him, hey, look, get with this dude named Priest. It's a character called Red Line, just like Black Panther.
Yeah.
Look, make a movie or a show. Now make a show happen. They'll be mad if you make a show happen. Jump up. And then even with the X-Men, when they fired the bio or whatever, and then he said, I would have put T'Challa right there. I paid plans on putting T'Challa. But they were like, nah, we put T'Challa. I knew the figures in too. I'm like, oh, they trying to erase my boy out of everything. That's not how you honor somebody's legacy. Like, because they play a character, you get them up out the paint everywhere you go. Like, look, T'Challa's going to be like ancient. And then, like I said, you got to, because I know the other guy was comparing him to Damien, but he not even Damien. Because Damien was something that somebody made that was established, that was like directly his son, and it didn't go against, like, because we been knew he was smashing, not Shiva, but the lady, Ra's al Ghul daughter. We been knew that.
Natalia.
So, Batman smashing everybody. If you look, he even got that girl in the future. And people still mad about that. So you couldn't keep no girl around him. If she was female, she getting it. Even in the Justice League, he hit the one that's like mixed with a cat or something, like Chitara or something. Like, I don't know her name. He even gave her something. Like, ugh. Like, like he in the fur. Like, if she female, Batman gonna come through there. Batman hit. And look, Dick Grayson the same way. But they different than a made up son just for a movie.
They got a comment that just came in right now. It says that the recast T'Challa camp is mostly fatherless, angry black men. Tony,
that's crazy. See, now they trying to say we ain't got father. I just argued with a guy. I said that's because you don't know your dad, and then he got mad at me. He was like, "What you?" I'm saying, bro, look, it's cool. Look, I knew my dad. But guess what?
You don't know your dad. Catwoman fan 3428 says that you are a fatherless, angry black man.
Look, my dad picture it right there. His name is Original with an A.
Yeah.
Original, because my grandma wanted to make sure that wasn't no DNA tested. She named him Original with an A, Lateri Hampton. In the hood in Memphis, you can go down any street. You ask, we're 6'3", 190, because that was his height and his weight, and he was proud of it. And now, to this day, I'm doing cable off in the bad Orange Mountain neighborhoods in South Memphis. They say, hey, you 6'3", son? And I'm nowhere close to 6'3". Like, I'm like 5'8", 260 or something. And I'm like, yeah, man, your daddy crazy. He wild. Like, that's my dad right there. Like,
there you go.
Yeah, but don't look. They say we fatherless, but nah, y'all just jumping the gun. See, that's an agent. They're probably the same one I got to arguing with on Facebook. And how you like Catwoman and you over her talking about Black Panther? That's crazy. That's wild. But look, them folks know what they was doing. They know. And that's why I said they ain't even a Damian Wayne situation. That's like it's like you done changed this man's story. Why you changing like not only his love life, but you changing this man's story? Gave him an outside baby and killed him and had him like and then made the baby grow up away from everybody. Not even in America. You made him grow up and hate.
You got it, Tony, and you're repeating what the other guys have said too. You got it. You nailed it.
All
right
right,
there.
then, man. Y'all stay up. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Tony.
Bro,
I put up a poll on my Twitter, and it just came to an end right now. And I set it up to come to an end during the stream, so I'd remember to show you. So those who support recast T'Challa, I wonder how many consider the big announcement as an adequate enough casting. Do you accept or reject David Johnson's Toussaint as lead of the Black Panther franchise? Is he T'Challa enough? The scary thing is that 30% accept and nearly 70% reject. That's mean, of
scary.
course, it's still a majority, but that there's still 30% of people who say
majority.
accept. Yeah. Okay, maybe that's not.
That's a polarity. Like that's more than just a mandate. That's
okay.
3/4 of the vote. I'll take that.
You'll take it? Okay, I got you, Marcus. Maybe I could calm down. During the during that interview though, he did a Ryan Coogler impression. And,
he did.
You know that one guy who does the Giannis Antetokounmpo voice, and hold on, I'll find it 1 second. Before I do that though, I did want to show you. Nah, I was just gonna see if E-Man responded or not. He didn't, but I'll show you this guy.
Machine, right? We're gonna have Hulk come and he's gonna punch him in the face, right? Yeah, from the third Panther, right? Yeah, we're from the third Panther. We're gonna have Dr. Doom, he gonna come down and he gonna electrocute you, right? He gonna say, fuck Manchester United. We're gonna have Black Panther, he gonna get bit by a mosquito, right? And he gonna get Zika virus in this movie, right? Panther doesn't have his vibranium, right? So his preferred combat of choice is pebble throwing. Fox, you gonna have Claw come back to life, right? And he's gonna fight you. He's gonna punch you with his arm, with his fake arm that he had. Yeah, and he's gonna say, "Fuck beans on toast." So then we're gonna have Killmonger hunt you from the essential plane, right? Gonna shoot you multiple times. Yeah. After that, right? We gonna have Superman. He gonna come down and he gonna zap you with his eyes, or a rash on his face and on his backside. And we need that to be real. So we got some mosquitoes back here that's gonna sting, right? It's a form of method acting, right? When Mike did Creed, he was in the gym every day with Sly. He actually became a boxer. It's crazy. You could ask Mike. Yeah, Mike, no. Machine, right?
Mike, no. Hey man, I respect, good friends looking out for each other. But if that is the reason why we looking at David Johnson instead of Damson, on top of the fact that Damson wanted to be the original character and not just the son. I mean, look, man, it ain't my career choice. I don't have to live with it forever. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, how this went was pretty smooth, bro. Talk to everybody. Overwhelmingly, everyone is still for recast, except for that little 70-30. But those 30 didn't feel like they were watching the stream. Projected to child. Don't give up. This is not. If this is. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to compare it to the civil rights because I can already hear the counter argument, so I won't do that. But we're not asking for a fan, like a character, because we're fans. I'm not. I want racial progression. I want equality. I want longevity. I want lasting effects. I want Burkina Faso to be great. I want like what I'm looking for is resources not to go to a dead-end character who they will reboot and ignore completely because Ryan Coogler and Kevin Feige are not going to be in charge forever. So why are we wasting our time on that? The child. I reject him wholeheartedly. I don't think, well, you still got to pay money to see it because it's an all-black movie. I respect that take. I mean, because it's coming out of a place out of love, so I'm not going to call you an idiot or anything like that. I do think the take is idiotic, though. But, like, I don't want to just, like, support you as yeah, we gotta go, Marcus. It's getting late, but I just don't want to. I don't want to support. I don't want to give money. I don't want to. I guess if we get closer to the movie, probably like the month before the movie, you're not gonna hear me talking much about this movie. I'm gonna I don't want to give it airtime. I'd rather talk about something that's coming out in the movie theaters that I do care about. Maybe Children of Blood and Bone 2. Maybe that'll be out by that time in 2028. But still, recast T'Challa's not over is what I'm trying to say. For me, one day it will be over though. We will get to a point where it's quite obvious that they've gone this direction. They've done the movie. There's no Secret Wars or multiverse or any way out of it, and I'll just be done with it. It's not over now. It's way too soon to be over now, and I don't want to quit for the sake of they did it. They did it to something, and I'll never accept it to Child at all. I completely reject him. Marcus, let's say Lawrence said recast T'Challa is over. No, it's not, Lawrence. Go ahead, Marcus.
Cue to Josh.
No, I can't.
Cue it.
People paid money to see these super chats.
Big bank, take low buy. Big bank, take low buy. Type of money you gonna need to sight.
Ryan Coogler doesn't want to get Ryan Clarked. For you non-sports fans, that is an ESPN broadcaster, former player who was fired in the middle of a broadcast. Ryan Coogler doesn't want to get Ryan Clarked. And Ryan Gosling was dancing because he wants to be Ghost Rider. He's going to be riding along. That concludes a stream, except, no, hold on. One more super chat.
Money, money, green, green, money's all I need. Money, money, green, green, money's all I need.
Marcus wants some sleep. No Luke Cage. Battlestar died. No Blade. MCU sucks. What about Monica Rambeau? Oh, no, there's not Monica Rambeau. But Blue Marvel is getting some green. No, that's not getting greenlit. I wonder what they do with these mutants. I wonder. They're probably going to race swap Magneto and say, you see, there you go.
What if Denzel's in Black Panther 3 as Magneto?
Unfortunate. But they wouldn't, because Magneto's supposed to be a long-term character, and Denzel says he's quitting acting after 5 movies.
You believe that? You think Denzel Washington is going to stop stop acting in 2027?
Did Jim Carrey end acting though? Yeah.
First of all, Jim Carrey is not Denzel Washington.
Jim Carrey's not far off from Denzel Washington. They're
Please stop. Let's end
pretty
the stream.
iconic.
Let's end the stream.
A-listers.
Let's end it.
Are they both A-listers?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, let's end the stream.
Yep.
We'll see you guys next time on a Pantheon stream. On behalf of Darius, Marcus, and Chill, here's Josh.
Hey, I've been watching y'all every single time on Thursday and Friday, because I swear to God, y'all switch up every now and then. But rock out. I'm fucking with it. I'm out.
Thank you, Josh.
Appreciate it.
I doubt.